sun, the green and gold shine bright. On the field of honor they battle with all their might. From the scrums to the tries, they always find their way. Springboks rising higher day after day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue. From the dusty fields to the world stage they've roared. Legends carved in history, their spirit soared. In the hearts of a nation, they ignite the flame. Every tackle, every try, echoing their name. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue. Through the blood, the sweat, the tears, and the pain, they carry the hopes of a country like a chain. From the whistles blow to the final play, they prove their greatness every single day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue.
Well, folks. What a day, what a day, what a day. Things haven't gone my way with computer issues, technology problems, and then also games not going my way. Specifically, I'm talking about the Eagles, who were abysmal in letting that game get away from them against Georgia. They had a chance to take a scalp today. They failed to pull it off. And then Namibia, just asleep until the 70th minute of the game and lose the game by a converted try. They were completely out of it until the last few minutes, and then they finally got their act together. But no matter, because Samoa is going to win this thing. They'll smash Belgium and go on, and Samoa will be the 24th entrant. That's unfortunate for the Velvetiches. They had their chance today, but given their performance today, there's no way they'll make it past Samoa next week. I'd be shocked. Meanwhile, my Super Bowl was just gangbusters, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute gangbusters. I'm telling you, man, this is crazy. So, boy, let me just put it over here on the screen so you can see it. Super Brew. And then we'll get to the lineups here for today's matchup of the Springboks taking on France at the Stade de France at Paris. All right, so here is, I've got 2 picks left. Tomorrow I got Wales and Argentina, and then today I've got South Africa winning by 7. But this is what my picks look like so far today. I made one mistake. I wanted to go with Uruguay, but I thought that Portugal was going to be able to pull this off. I just had a feeling they could, but turns out that was a prayer. But this is my Super Brew for the day, folks. Check it out. Look at that. I picked, well, that's the first, so let's skip that. So Georgia, I picked to beat USA by 7. They won by 13, and they got that try late, which wasn't a try, by the way. So if they had not gotten that try, I would have gotten the bonus point there too. Ireland smashed Japan. I picked them to win by 30 points. They won by 31, so I get both points. I made a mistake with Uruguay. Good job by Uruguay. Picked Romania to beat Canada by 10. They beat Canada by 10 points. I picked New Zealand to beat Scotland by 7. They beat Scotland by 8 points. I picked Italy to beat Australia by 7, and they won by 7 points. I picked England to win by 17, and they won by 20. So, man, oh man, sakes alive. Sakes alive. That is really a just awesome performance there for my Super Brew. Really, I'm chuffed. All we need now is the Springboks continue my streak, and I'll be pretty darn happy about that one. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's tough to get in an international test to get the score perfect. I got 2 perfect scores, and I got, 5 bonus points for getting within the margin. Man, that's crazy. Right. For France, Thomas Ramos at the fullback, Damien Penaud on the right wing, Pierre-Louis Barassi and Gael Ficou are in the center. Louis Bielbiare is on the left wing. Roman Ntimak is the fly half. Nolan Legaric, because Dupont is still injured, is the scrum half. Michael Guyard, Paul Boudinot, Anthony Gelange, Emmanuel Meafou, Thibaut Flament, Regis Montagne, Julien Marchand, and Baptiste Erdoxio. Off the bench, it's Guillaume Cremont, Jean-Baptiste Gros, Doran Aldeguerri, Roman Tafa-Fetunua, Hugo Arodo, Oscar Jagot, Maxime Lucu, and Nicolas Delaportere. There you go. Wow. Right. For South Africa, who wants to avoid a scalp. By the way, Italy took a scalp. Man, and the USA could have had a scalp, but Italy, huge victory over Australia. I said Australia is a pretender. They're in the progress of rebuilding, but they're pretenders. And the game the Springboks gave away when they led 19-0 or something like that within the first 20 minutes is just such proof that game never should have happened. All right, for South Africa, the Springboks come to the table today with Damian Willems at fullback, Cheslin Colby on the right wing, Jesse Creel and Damien Dalende inside, outside centers, Kurtley Arendse on the left wing, Kurtley and Cheslin. There we go. That's good wings. Sasha Feinberg Ungumzulu is at the fly half position. Kobus Reinach wearing the number 9 jersey to start the game. Jasper Wiese, tough workhorse in there. Peter Steph Dutoy. Sia Khaleesi is the captain in his 100th test match. Sia gets 100. Can you imagine? It's been 100 test matches since Sia came up. Shocker. Came up as a stormer and a province man. Lut Diagra and Eben Etzebeth are your starting locks. Thomas Dutoy, Malcolm Marks, and Bowen Fenter after that injury. That injury to Bongiam Benambi forced some changes here. Oxenche is out. All right, off the bench, it's Johan Gerbela, Gerhard Steenkamp, Wilco Low, Arge Sneeman, Ruan Norkia is back up on the bench as well. Andre Esterhuizen, Grant Williams, and Monty Lubbock. Monty Lubbock, boy, we're taking a chance here against France to put Monty Lubbock on the bench when we might need to win this game by a kick late in the game. I'm not so sure I'm even remotely convinced that neither Sasha or Monty are reliable kickers off the tee. You'd think we'd want to keep somebody like Pollard on the bench just in case, or just for goodness sake, bring Morney Stain out of retirement. The referee is Angus Gardner from Australia. The assistant referees are Nika Amashkule. I thought he was on earlier. He's with Georgia. And then Christoph Ridley from England. The TMO is Ian Tempest of England. So, depending on which team rocks up, I got the Bucks 5 to 10 points. Okay. Kicking is our game, but also let the wings run. Well, not kicking towards a post, Alan. Not with Monty Lubbock on the bench and with Sasha, whom I love and whom I predict will be amazing. But Sasha's been unreliable from the tee. He finds his range, but if it comes down to a kick at the end, you want it to be, at this stage, you want it to be Andre Pollard, who somehow is not the top pick. Certainly is better than Monty Lubbock. I'm not sure what the love affair with Monty Lubbock is. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. All right, so let's see. We got 4 minutes before my stream is start to begin. So welcome back to the program, ladies and gentlemen. This is the big one. This is the one we've been waiting on. This is, other than Ireland, the one that's really going to get our attention for this test season. And we have a very small audience. I hope it gets bigger. Wow, really was expecting to see a lot of people here tonight. Maybe once the game starts. It is before the game. So, and also a lot of the other channels are already up and broadcasting, so that might explain why we don't have people here. But decent viewership for the videos we did earlier, so thank you for that. Let's see. We had for Georgia versus USA, despite the fact that I had to restart the broadcast because my technical issues, computer or camera wouldn't work, had issues with it. I got 1,800 views out of it, so thank you all for that. That surprised me a bit. And then for the Belgium-Namibia game, that one we have 2,200, so I'm really excited about the viewership of that, but I don't think it's going to be as strong next week since, Namibia didn't do so well, and they probably won't advance now. All right, we last week had 23,195 for the Springboks, hoping for much more today. I have not put this out there, so those of you who are sharing stuff on social media, if you don't mind doing that very quickly here. So let's put this out, see if I can't remind people that we are actually having a game going on here today. Let's see, I've got, excuse me, something right there, whatnot, right? Not really sure what's going on there. Somebody sent me something of note. So let me put this out there and see if we can't get France versus Springboks, get some more people in here. Anyway, your predictions. Okay, let's see. I'll put predictions up here. We'll put a poll. Okay, start a poll. Who wins? France or South Africa? Okay, there's your poll. It's up and ready. All right, you get to vote in that poll if you'd like. If you'd like, it's your prerogative. All right, folks. We'll see what happens now. All right, see how people vote on this one. I'm excited about this game. I mean, it's been a rough day as far as rugby for me and with my computer. So I'm hoping this game kind of turns my day around. Not that I'm having a bad day, but hopefully it turns it around. And same for you guys. I know for South Africans, a lot of people, this is a bit late. Not accustomed to that. Oh, wow. So congratulations to Charles van Altselen, who hit the target for the Back a Buddy program. Now, I didn't know this. Back a Buddy apparently takes money, so they misled us, Back a Buddy. I thought that you donated voluntarily. Well, that's pretty sneaky of Back a Buddy. Refugees sending me pictures of snow. People in South Dakota experiencing snow here. That's new to them. That's new. All right, let me see. How are we doing here on a few seconds, okay? Is my game live now? Well, not yet. Supposed to be live. It says it's 38 seconds. All right, I'll give it a few more moments there and let that one come back. Yeah, South Africa is experiencing snow for the first time. Surprise, surprise, surprise. All right. All right, so I got that up in a few groups there. For some reason, I do not have my Telegram open. I guess I wasn't using it today. I'll get that open up here. Maybe. There we go. All right. Put a few things over there. And we'll get started in this game, folks. Put your pick up there, who you think. Now, I'm a little concerned about the scrums with Ox and Shea out of the picture. Ox has been playing well, and he's not there. So I wonder what's going to happen. Hopefully the Springboks are up to the task. They've had all week to prepare for this. And we'll see where it goes from there. But give me your thoughts there, folks. Put it out there who you think it's going to be. I think most of the people here are probably partisan Springbok fans, but we're also not suckers. We can pick a pick when we think it's the wrong way. I picked that Italy game perfectly today, and that was a huge scalp for the Italians, and they did an Udine. Big victory for them on the northeast coast of Italy. That's some fantastic stuff. Congratulations to Italy. Really excited for them. All right, let me see if it's up now. Okay, I've got it. Unfortunately, I have American announcers, so thank goodness I'm calling the game because they're boring. Stade de France is full. Teams are on the pitch. I guess this game doesn't start at the top of the hour as advertised because they're standing around on the pitch. So, Cleese gets his 100th cap. This is pretty awesome for South Africa. Mani Libak coming out. Oh, that's Corbacero in the studio. And Brian Hightower. This is the game of the season. There's no doubt about this. This is definitely the game. Yeah, the French are looking for revenge after that victory, 29-28 at the Stade de France in the quarterfinals just 2 years ago, knocking the French out in a cup that they thought was theirs. They thought it was destiny. This one's ours. It's at home. We have the best team in the world. We have Antoine Dupont. We shall bring home the William Webb Ellis Trophy and give the Northern Hemisphere its only second ever Rugby World Cup championship. But it was not to be, as the Springboks held on for a 29-28 thrilling victory. Then they wound up beating England in a thrilling victory, also by 1 point. And then they beat New Zealand in a 1 point victory, not so thrilling, in the final. So if French are looking for blood today, they are looking for blood. I'm not sure this squad can get it done. They can get it done if South Africa stumbles. That is a possibility. Hopefully the Springboks will not stumble here. 25-19, they scored that try. Yep. 29. And France took the kick. (29-28) with 8 minutes left, and South Africa hung on in that game. Faf de Klerk stripped that ball, and then Kirtley kicks it into touch, and South Africa defeat the France and broke the hearts of a nation. Broke the hearts of a nation. France still not happy about that loss, and understandably so. It was brutal. It was brutal. And they beat New Zealand 12-11. Also here at the Stade de France, see Ecclesia, Peter Steph could not believe it. And of course, my favorite, Dion Fourie, a key part of that, playing hooker in that final. Unbelievable. On there's Sia trying to steal the show with his lard ass out there. Oh, that ruined the moment. Yep. So we have Six Nations champions, France, taking on Rugby Championship champions, South Africa today. Awesome stuff. So we're waiting for this one to get started here, folks. But France, a proud country, but they always choke in the playoffs, just like Ireland. Although they have been to finals. They lost that famous sleeper, boring super final against New Zealand back in 2011. All right. Good evening, Mark Kennedy. Good evening, everybody who's tuning in. We're approaching 100 on the stream. Marilyn Brokenshaw, hello to you. Kathy Price and Andre Mostart. Silent target. First phase tries are going to be very difficult. Our wings will be better for counterattack. I agree. Yeah, the high ball, that's the key thing. Chelsea Colby on the high ball will be very important. Discipline is, of course, very much key. The Springboks can't be giving away stupid penalties and making dumb mistakes. Absolutely. Yep, I agree. I like the input you guys are putting up here. Keith Nordkia, don't panic group. At the river, much love. Okay. Bucks by 20 French are too emotional. You know, silent target, they are going to be emotional about it. If the Springboks get out there quickly, we'll see what happens. But Springboks had Australia down 19-0 in the first 16 minutes and then lost the game, never scored again. I'm still shocked about that one. This is a team that has lost to Italy today. The Italians beat the Wallabies, a team that we just lost to a couple months ago, a team that's on the rebuilding phase. Okay, what else we got here? 12-6 Bucks. Well, I don't think it's going to be 12-6, but there you go. It's 10 after. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Well, I started 25 minutes early then. Anthony Michael Fonsil, South Africa 27, France 20. That's probably a pretty accurate prediction right there, I would say. Yep. And AdCorp Broker Consulting just subscribed. Thank you for that. Oh, we saw that person on my news channel. Thank you for joining us here. Right. Charles Watson is your Husky 7, a scientist. 2011 was the most boring World Cup final. It was. Thankfully, I was no longer in New Zealand by that point. I went there for the World Cup. I saw 8 matches, and then I went home. My last game was USA-Italy in Wellington. I also saw Namibia and Wales, I think, in Taranaki. I saw Australia-USA in Wellington. Argentina. Who did Argentina play that night? Scotland. Argentina and Scotland in Wellington. And then I also saw Wales and Samoa in Hamilton. That was my first game. I saw the Springboks take on Namibia at Auckland North. Yeah, it was epic, really fantastic. My first Rugby World Cup ever. After all those years of wanting to go, 2011, and I've made a habit of it since. 2011 New Zealand, 2015 in England, 2019 in Japan, 2023 in France. I've been to all those. In between, I've also been to the Women's Rugby World Cup 2014 in Paris, then Ireland in 2017, and missed the 2021 because it delayed to 2022 and had a conflict. And I went to the one in 2025 in England. And I've been to the Sevens World Cup in San Francisco in 2018 and South Africa in 2022, as well as a Rugby League World Cup in 2022 in England. So I'm really making up for lost time there, to say the least. All right, players out on the pitch, still getting loose. Sean Edwards, it's a defense coach for France.
Like that. So, yeah, we know they've got a lot of threats, but we've got a pretty good defensive system.
Say it if it is.
And we've got some good tacklers as well.
They added a bit more to their game this year.
Yes, 100%, and the number 10 is very, very special, obviously. Very, very excited to watch, great for the fans, but hopefully we can make him not do too much today.
How about Sasha Feinberg, Ungumzula? Yeah, well, hey, Hank, where the heck you been, man? I've been missing you. Been wondering what's going on. When the Rugby World Cup comes to the USA, you won't have to travel. Well, unfortunately, I will, because America is the size of a continent, and none of the games will be near me. In fact, I looked earlier at the number of cities. 27 cities have bid for the World Cup. Yeah, so 27 cities bid for 2031 World Cup. Yep. So, let's see. I'll stop that. Okay, Houston Sports. So the cities, or Arizona, the state of Arizona, Atlanta, Baltimore, Birmingham, Boston, Charlotte, Chicago, Cincinnati, Denver, Houston, Kansas City, LA, Miami, Minneapolis, Nashville, New Orleans, New York, Orlando, Pittsburgh, Salt Lake, San Diego, San Francisco, Seattle, Vancouver, and Washington. And the thing is, the country is so big that, it'll be completely missed by the rest of the country except for those locations. It's not like you drive from place to place like you did New Zealand. It was all the World Cup. Everything was about the World Cup then. So it's not like that now. But we'll see what happens. But not all that thrilled. I've already run into World Rugby out scouting locations in Salt Lake City, so I'm pretty confident that's where they're going to have at least one city will win with the bid. Yep. So cities were a big deal. The tournaments in the Women's World Cup that just happened, they had a world record for women, 81,500 fans at the final. That was amazing. But over the next 14 months, World Rugby United States will assess and evaluate, collaborate with all applicant cities and venues through a detailed engagement process. Includes team-based feasibility visits, which are already underway, which I just saw. I saw World Rugby officials at the Hilton when I was in Salt Lake City a couple weeks ago. In-depth venue evaluations, that begins this month, and sharing of detailed hosting requirements, opportunities, and legacy potential. At the end of 2026, a reduced number of cities and venues will move into the candidate phase, marking the start of formal contracting. Wow. It's World Rugby's intention to announce the final selection of host cities and venues following the completion of Rugby World Cup 2027, an important milestone in observing best practice with a tournament draw and match allocation scheduled for late 2029 or 2030. Don't forget, we also have the Women's Rugby World Cup, which will come first. People have forgotten about that. That'll be in 2029. Yep. Rugby World Cup 2031 represents a transformational moment for rugby in the United States, an opportunity to bring the world's third largest sporting event to new audiences, to establish a legacy of participation, connection, and growth that will benefit the game for decades to come. Not if it continues the way we saw with freaking impossible to watch rugby here in America. It's very frustrating. Yeah, France is not the same team without DuPont. You are correct about that. The anthems are going, yeah, well, the American sports networks have now become shameful toads. They don't show anthems anymore. It's disgusting. They used to show the anthems at all the ball games, baseball and football, but because of the Black Lives Matter racist and black supremacists, they now no longer show the anthems. It's disgusting. It really pisses me off. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Silent Target. Six Nation champs versus Rugby Championship champs. It should be a cracker. Yep. Okay, why am I not getting... There we go. All right. I'm not getting... What the hell? Is it? Here we go. We're underway. And the Springboks wearing white jerseys going from my left to my right. And we're underway. The score already screwed up. They weren't even live. Midfield collision. And Chesley Colby comes down with it. Sasha kicks it down to the 22. That's going to roll all the way down to about the try line. They pick it up at the 1 meter line. Good pursuit, and Intimac has to kick it up the pitch. What a mistake that is. Peter Steph Dutoy knocks it in a touch. So that's a mistake by Peter Steph Dutoy. It's going to turn the ball over to the French. We had good field position there. Big mistake, big mistake. So that was a huge mistake by Peter Steph Dutoy. Just let the ball bounce in a touch. What was he thinking? All right, Julien Marchand will throw it in. And the crowd is already into it. From their 36 meters. Springboks from my left to my right. And the Les Bleus from the right to left. You can see it with the screen down there. And they whip it across. Here come Les Bleus to the near side. Chases on. Jesse Creel trying to get there. Ball goes down the pitch. Slow chase here picked up by Kurtley Arnsey. And going to be a penalty here real quick. Stolen by France. And knocked on. Steal is good, but they knocked it on. Wow. So already 2 mistakes. One by Peter Steph Dutoy, one by the French side. And we're just 1 minute 50 seconds into the contest. My goodness. Springboks wearing white jerseys today. Kurtley got tackled around the shoulders. So, Biel Bure stole that, but then lost it. There, he lost it right there. Very good work by the French, the breakdown. So it'll be a scrum to the Springboks. Crouch. Pack weights are almost even. 9 kg advantage for France. Bind. Set. Cobus Reinach puts it in the pipe. Overhead view. It wheels around. Should be a penalty against France, but no call. And De Allende kicks it down the pitch. It's going to bounce over near the sidelines and in touch. So it'll be a line out for the French. Kurtley couldn't quite get there. I've got good microphone on the official Angus Gardner. I can hear what he's got to say. France has a 9 kg advantage here. Almost a perfect kick by Damien De Allende. Just didn't quite bounce up. So from the far side of the pitch now, it's a French line-out successful into a maul. But driven backwards by the Springboks. Oh, man, they drove that maul back instantly. More players joining the maul. Here's a kick over the top. Pinot is knocked up in the air and taken by the French. South Africa is screwing up left and right so far in this game. Big hit right there by Sasha. But the player bounces right off him and gets up. France now with the ball. They come to the near side. Oh, on the loose. Kick forward, and France is going to score. Absolutely. Damien Pinot with the try. Wow. Unbelievable. South Africa did not come here to play at this point. They really need to pull their socks up. 4 minutes in, they've been a disaster. That was brilliant. Oh, my goodness. Found the gap there. Unbelievable. Not a good start. Not a good start. Damien Pinot gets the try. Ramos put that ball where it needed to be. Seven nothing. Oh, well, my bad day continues. It is early, though. Let's not panic. But that was just far too easy. Far too easy, ladies and gentlemen. Far too easy. I don't know anything about any ads. I'm not putting any ads on. That's YouTube doing that. Just skip the ads. 5 minutes, 32 seconds. And inside the 22, the French side have it, Les Bleus. And they turn it over on a knock-on. It'll be a scrum to the Springboks. Let's see what happens here with their scrum.
Play well and still lose.
To the floor, which is why I said play away. Okay? If you want to get rewarded, you've got to stay up in the contest. Yeah.
Okay, good information there from Gardner. But he doesn't like to award scrum penalties. Allez les Bleus! The chant begins across the stadium. See Ecclesi in his 100th test match. Jasper Wiese. Here we go. Second scrum of the game. 6 minutes, 26 seconds in. We are inside the 22. Crouch. Bind. Set. Springboks put it in the pipe. And they get it out of there. Here they come. Sasha driving forward. No, it's Dan Lende. Over the middle. Springboks now in front of the post. Copus Rhino carries it forward. The official almost knocked that ball down and getting it away. Counter ruck is good. The French stole it and then they turned it over. But a penalty on the Springboks for being off their feet. Oh, wow. So, wow, there's a scoring opportunity that goes away. Boy, Ebenetsbeth's got a face full of blue paint now. He landed on the mark. So they turn it over. This is not going well. Well, that confirms that Cap Gemini thing I see in the field is actually on the field. It's not on the TV screen. So Etzebeth carried it and didn't place the ball. He threw it from the ground. That's what the penalty was. Not smart. Eben Etzebeth, the dumb mistake. Stephen Peterstaff, Detroit, dumb mistake. Already our most experienced guys. That's not straight. France gets away with a line out on the near side. They go into a rolling ball and they take off. Now they break away. Julia Marchand with the ball slips one tackle. And finally, he drives the Springboks back to midfield. This is not looking pretty so far. This is not Japan, boys. And a turnover, not releasing. That's a kickable penalty. Will the Bucks go for the post from here? Pollard, yes. Probably not with Sasha Feinberg Ungumzulu. Not releasing the ball. Gardner's going to very great lengths here to explain what's happening. Yes, the French were off their feet in counter ruck, but he is going to go for the post. He is going to go for the post. I guess we give Sasha a chance to get the missed kick off his mind here quickly. This is not the best feed. I'm getting little niggles in it. Keeps skipping and jumping. 8 minutes 46 seconds off the clock. This is an important kick from the near side hash mark, 39 meters away. Plenty of time on the shot clock. 27 seconds. Here he goes. And he's going to get it. Wow. Sasha gets it done. And we're on the scoreboard. That's a smart one there. Much better. This is a test match. You got to take the points on offer. Well done. So 7-3 now. France leads. That's a little bit better. That'll calm things down. That will calm things down. There's a kick down inside the 22. It's going to be taken down there by the Bucks, and it's Damon De Allende. Charges forward up to the 22. And it's skipping again. This is unbelievable. Ball's available. Midfield. Oh, nice chase down by Kurtley Arnsey. And France are driven back 10 meters to a 10-meter line. Out to the wing, and they throw it in a touch. And now the French are making mistakes. Pass was thrown behind Pinot, the try scorer. So Springboks will get a line out here. Malcolm Marks to toss it in. As far as white jerseys go, these are pretty good, but the Springboks don't have a big history of wearing the white jerseys. Pinot was a little too far ahead of the ball. Who? Lou Diaker's got a HIA already. Good Lord. Chimney crickets. HIA. And he's puzzled. Yeah, Gardner's puzzled, but Arge Seaman will come in. No, it's not. It's going to be Nortkia. So Lutiager has an HIA, and Ron Nortkia comes into the game. He's like, what? He's like, what? HIA? Probably a malfunctioning sensor. I don't think he even got hit. He's on the field. He better get off. Lineout's good. Kobus Reinach over to Delendu. Kicks it forward inside its 22. It's going to bounce. It chases on. Who's going to get there? It's too deep. It's straight through the back of the try zone. It bounced, so 22 or a scrum. Yeah, Fiku. Yeah, a little too much. Good chase by two Springboks, but there was nothing in it. So they're going to take a scrum. France chooses a scrum. 11 minutes off the clock. Exactly. Not even the ref knows why. All right. Allez les Bleus. Chant starts once again. Mikel. Nolan Lagarrick will put in. Crouch. Bind. The scrubs have been pretty so far. Set. Springboks drive forward this time. And they win a penalty. Yes. This time I think they'll kick the corner, but I would take the points again. Springboks win the penalty in the scrum. Now they're scrum. We were a little concerned with Bone Fenter out there. Not that we're concerned about him, but, it's not the usual lineup. They're going for the post again. Sasha. Yep. Take these easy points when you can get them. Kobus Reinach is fired up. So is Nortkia, just came in there. So it's not quite straight. No shot clock. No shot clock on the screen. There it is, 30 seconds. That's right down the middle. He got it. 7-6. Crowd cheers. A lot of Buck fans in the crowd. All right, that's good. 7-6. Take those points when they're on offer. I don't know why they picked the scrum. That wasn't very smart. Not very smart. From midfield, here comes the restart. Intimac. He's going to go short to the far side of the pitch. Bucks better get up. It bounces on the ground. And a penalty for running into Eben Etzebeth. That's on Louis Barassi. Pierre-Louis Barassi. 7-6. 7-6, France leads. So Sasha will kick for distance, but he was waiting for Sasha. Back here, mate. The camera's got a reflection on it there from the stadium lights. Here comes the kick. Puts it down the pitch. Will he find touch? He will. Where? Man, it is full. I was at that stadium for the game, South Africa versus Ireland. Oh, yeah. They ran right into Eben Hensabeth and knocked him down. They weren't even looking. All right, here we go. 14 minutes off the clock. Rossi admitted he was nervous about this game. Penalty was not on. Line out successful to Etzebeth. Here comes Malcolm Marks. Back to Cobus Reinach. Nice little pass, but the French were wise to it. Over the 10-meter line. Dale Ende drives forward again. Over to the middle, and there's Norkia's first touch of the game. Pick and go. Peter Steph Dutoy in there. So Damien Willemse kicks it down the pitch, but the French are going to get to it first. And a missed tackle there, and they get it down the other way. Huge kick and a long chase. Somebody better get back there. Willemse finally gets there, but he's near touch. He gets it to Norkia. What a great pass to ruin Norkia. Unbelievable that the Bucks managed to hold on to that ball. They were in a lot of trouble there as the French sent it way down the pitch. My goodness, what a great job. Place the ball, man. At the 22. Kicked high into the air. Chases on that far side. It's knocked backwards. It's a knock on by the Springboks, though. Norkia in on the tackle. The French now come over the middle. They're playing a knock-on advantage. And they go short pass, tackle. Here they go, short pass in phases, trying to drive forward. Emmanuel Menfua. Here's a high kick to the near side. Advantage over, they kick it away. It didn't go anywhere. I can't tell if it's knocked on or knocked backwards. I think the French have it. They do. But I don't know if anybody knocked it on. It was hard to see. Oh, ball bounces loose on the turf, and Ramos picks up the mess, kicks it to the wing. Somebody better get there, and it is. It's Sasha. Sasha's on the loose. He kicks it forward over midfield. The French slide down on top, and Sasha's there for the tackle. And they're down at the 45-meter line, far side of the pitch. Angesgaard is right next to the play. Now France will slow it down, go through some phases, short passes here as they work it across the pitch. Pulling the players off the ruck. Stop that, he tells the Springboks. Kick over the top. Scrum half sends it down to about the 26-meter where Cobus Reinach picks it up. Sends it to Damien Willemse. He kicks it high into the air. Starts to give a chase to his own ball. He does, and he gets it. He knocks it forward and holds on to it in the air. What a great play. And a penalty here for to play in the number 9. Yeah, Menfua gets called for the penalty here. Well, is this close enough for them to try and take the lead? This is from the 49-meter line. Can he make this one? His kicks were good, the last two. Now we're going to go for the corner here. Shot, they call it. Shot from the 49-meter line. Wow. Etzebeth is yelling at his teammates about something. It's a great job by Willemse. They grabbed his arm, but he managed to catch that ball. And then a tackle off the ball. Etzebeth is tackled off the ball. Wow. So this is a third opportunity to put some points on the board for the Springboks, and they're not wasting them, unlike the Velvichus who went down today because they didn't take these opportunities. So Sasha now from the other side of the pitch. First two are good. Crowd is jeering. Very bad French fans. Ill-mannered. Not this time. It goes wide right. He had the distance, but it went wide right. All right, 22 kick. And that's fine. That's fine. They would have got the ball at the 49-meter line. So let's see where they have the ball after this kick, whether they gained anything from it. Charles says Freistadt. Here's the kick. So that ball is going to be at midfield. So they're right where they kicked it from. So nothing ventured, nothing gained. No loss on that. Jasper Wiese with a carry. So the Bucks are right where they were before the kick, which is fine. It was worth an attempt. Reinach to Sasha, high into the air, and he's going to kick it right into touch. And France was offside. France was offside. They were. And I don't like that call.
We had you running into the player. We had offside. Okay, then we had a tackle off the ball. The discipline needs to be better.
Yeah, they tackled Eben Etzebeth off the ball. 100%. It's the crowd booing the official. So he's going to kick it now, again from this side. That's a 48 meter, opposite side. 1 meter difference from what he just had. So they're booing him again. No, that's wide right. He went wide right both times. So he missed 2 kicks. That's 12 points we've just lost. Or 6 points we just lost. Excuse me, 6 points. So, Sasha is doing his best. Monty Lubbock made 2 to start it and then missed 2 in a row. That's okay, though. We'll restart the game here and see where they get it. So that ball's going to be at about the midfield, so right back to where we were a few minutes ago. And Jasper Wiese driving forward, picking up 8-10 meters there. Ball's available. Sasha kicks it forward, and he gets interfered with. Can't get there. He changed his line. He did change his line. Don't say he didn't change it. Oh, tackled at the 22 by Nukia. And a kick over the top. Who's going to get this? Uh-oh, it's going to be a collision over here. Play on, and Jasper Wiese comes down with it. And it's stolen by the French. And it turned to... French still have it. And now Peter Steph DeToy tackles the guy off the ball. Deliberate knock-on. Okay, I didn't see that. Side judge said it's deliberate knock-on. Not finding a rhythm here. Not finding a rhythm here. Yeah, give him a lot to boo about. Well, that's going to be kicked down the pitch by Ramos, and that's not a very good kick. He got a nice mark out of that. That was about 5 meters shorter than that. So from the 36-meter line, 6 in the line out. Line out successful. They go into them all, and they come out of it right away because Springboks had their number. Tackles made there by Sia Khaleesi. First time we call his number tonight. Springboks need to get back on side. They do. France drives the ball right up the middle. The gut, they pick and go again. Down near the 22. We don't need a penalty here. They come to the near side. There's obstruction there, not called. Roy Norkia is getting a lot of work after coming in for that HIA on Lut Diager. And Diager's been out since 10:30. So if he's going to come back, there's a kick to the wing. Who's going to get it? Willemse takes the mark. And then quickly fakes the kick. Got to stay on the mark. He tried to run up from the mark. So Gardner wouldn't let him do that. 22 minutes off the clock. France leads 7-6 on the strength of an early try. A brilliant try by the French. And Willemse kicks it down the pitch. And that is not a very good clearance by him. And Lut Diager is coming back. So there was no HIA. Like I see, he got popped in the nose. Got a bit of mark on the bridge of his nose there. Lut Diager comes back into the game. That's good news for the Springboks. So he's out for 10 minutes with a head injury assessment. Get our starting lock back. 7-6. Possession, slight advantage for France, 53 to 47%. Here's the line out. Successful. That wasn't straight, but it wasn't challenged, so it doesn't matter. They drive him towards touch. Did they get him in touch? No, just short. I mean, right on the edge. How is his foot not in touch? Ball's available, says Gardner. It is, but it looked like he was in touch. France drives down to the 22. There's too much time in this end of the pitch. And Jesse Creel in there driving players back. Slicing tackle by Lou de Jager. That's how you're going to get a concussion, buddy. Don't do that. To the near side, kicked up into the air. Who's going to get it? And it's dropped. It goes backwards. Oh, Willemse dropped the damn ball. The Springboks are in trouble. They're getting a ruck formed here, but where's the ball at? Man, oh man, they're at their 1 meter line. What a bad decision that was. Trying to go through some phases now at the 2 meter line. The French are really intense now, reaching over the ruck. Julien Marchand. Oh, there's a fake. And Rhino goes for the clearance kick. And Cheslin chases it down. It gets out to about 30 meters. And Khaleesi makes a tackle. And Khaleesi tries to get back on side. He does. Just at the 22. Springboks avoiding penalty. Did they get a turnover? I can't tell. No, they got it back. France still has the ball. Play on. Good contest, says Angus Gardner. Middle of the pitch now. Going through phase here. Gelange with the ball. Front rowers trying to break through. Springboks adjusting their defense. I think France are playing for a penalty here. Dead ruck. Crowd getting into it now. 17 meters away from the Springboks try line. France with the ball. Ball's available in the ruck. And Etzebeth can't get out. He finally does get out. And finally, up Khaleesi. Khaleesi gets away. He gets warned, just laying there. They come to the near side. Barassi is tackled. France picks up about 7 meters there. They stay inside the 22. And the advantage for what? Now France gets an advantage. What was the advantage for? Oh, so Malcolm Marks, he jackled the ball, but unfortunately, Thomas Dutoy was lying at the side of the ruck, so they got penalized for Thomas Dutoy. Now he's saying the tackler's impacting the clean out, but there's some French down on the pitch. Gelange is down. A couple players just catching their breath there. This frenetic pace so far. Fabien Galtieri up in the booth. Fabien Galtieri, French national. So they're going to kick for the corner. France now a chance to go up 14-6. South Africa making too many mistakes here. Oh, yeah, there it is. Thomas Dutoy's just laying there. Yep, that's right. That is a correct call. That is a correct call. It's unfortunate. So we have a line out now. 5 meters. So here's the line out for France from the 5 meter line. Let's see what happens. They go short. And here comes the Maul driving forward. And a penalty for collapsing the Maul against the Springboks. They have an advantage, and they're going to go out here. Lots of space. No defender on the wing. And another try for Pinot. A brace of tries for Pinot. Wow. Pinot's crying, but he's tackled legitimately at the try line. Yep, wow. My goodness. That's a clear try. I don't know what the problem is here. Not a single defender over there. Willemse got faked out. And he's upset, but his momentum's what carried him. Guys tackled him in the try zone. The turf, they slid on it. Yep. He hit the boards, the advertising LEDs on the side there. Oh, so 12-6 now. And it's a kick from the corner. Can only hope that Ramos misses this one. Yeah, if Sasha had missed those 2 kicks, it'd be 12-12 right now, wouldn't it? That's going to be good. It bounced off the post. 14-6. Wow. South Africa not looking impressive, folks. Here's a restart. And they kick it straight into touch. Or did they? No, it didn't go straight into touch. It bounced. Okay, look, I went straight into touch. Woo! That was close. 28:07. Almost through the first half. I haven't had to use my flags yet. A sold-out Stade de France in Paris, northeast corner of the city. Marchand sends it in. They get it successful, and then it collapses. A penalty for collapsing the maul again. Crossing over, jumping over. Wow. Wow. We're playing terribly, not conservatively. Yep, costly missed tackles too, yep. Charles, I'm not arguing with you. I don't like kicking the ball away. That's one reason why I'm not a fan of Faf de Klerk. No beef against him, but all he ever does is kick the ball away every time he gets it. So France kicks it down the pitch, and now they're in scoring position again. 29 minutes into the game. South Africa did not come to play today. Oh, I don't agree with jumping over. That wasn't jumping over. He went straight up. Now Pieter-Steph du Toit has got blue paint on his face. Marchand with the line out here now. From a Springboks 42-meter line. Is successful. One stop. This time the Springboks hold them back. Call to use it. They dig it out. So Fico with the carry, I think. Counter ruck by the Springboks. This is nice. And then a counter ruck by France. Who's got the ball? France, I guess. Boy, people just kept sliding into that breakdown. There's a lot of bodies on the ground. At least 10 guys piled in there. Kick over the top. Chase is on. And Kurt Lee takes the mark. He kicks it into touch. That'll slow things down. France has not beaten the Boks here in 2 decades. Wow, at the Stade de France. But they're beating them right now, 14-6. The rest of the coaching staff doesn't look too concerned at this stage for South Africa, but I'm a little concerned. They've gotten almost 100 meters more than the Springboks and twice as many carries. Wow. And they've scored inside the 22 when they've gotten down there. French line out. Not challenged this time. And they push them backwards. One stop. Now they've got the answer for that maul. How about a second stop here? And they turn it over. South Africa, Khaleesi's fired up now. Wow, he's fired up. Well, they better get... There's Dwayne Vermeulen on the sidelines. So they're going to go with the scrum. Do we finally have a subscriber added today? Thank you, Umpumzi. Substitution. Somebody's coming out. Who's got a substitution? Oh, are we... Bone Fenter? Wow. Wow, that's pretty early. 31 minutes. 31-21. That's early. All right, so Bone Fenter's out. And here comes Gerhard Steenkamp. It sounds like it was planned, the way he came off. No upsetness. Crouch. Bind. Set. And it collapses. Going to reset it. when this world would happen. Buck have been getting lucky with the game so far. Now the mistakes in previous games are showing. No, they showed against the Wallabies and they lost. And against the All Blacks and they lost the game because of mistakes. Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, they're definitely not playing well tonight. Thanks to 200 plus people that are currently here. All right. If we have an injury or breaking action, I'll put a new poll up. Bind. Set. Cobus Rhino to put it in the pipe. He does. And there's a wheel. The French wheel the scrum. There, they got a penalty. Springboks got a penalty. We have an advantage. And they drive it forward. De Alente said, don't kick it away. There goes Cobus Rhino. He breaks free. Rhino kicks it over the top. He's all by himself. Can he get there? It's a try! Boca! Cobus Rhino saw the space, rushed through, kicked the ball forward, not a defender in sight. 32-50. Cobus Rhino, his 18th try. Absolutely stunning work by Cobus Rhino. Twice I've been at games where Rhino in the World Cup has gotten a hat trick. Brilliant work there. Brilliant work. So, we need these points. And that one's going to go through. Yep. 14-13. Wow. But brilliant work. And Malcolm Marks gave pursuit. Now we have a game again. Brilliant work by Cobus Rhino. Don't know why people question Cobus Rhino. Such a brilliant scrum half. There's the restart. Inside the 22, taken by Damien De Allende. He charges up to the 22, places the ball. It's inside the 22, so they can kick it into touch if they want to. Cobus now. Crowd starts clapping. Ball gets high into the air, going to come around midfield. Taken there by France. And the Bucks are waiting there. Cheslin Colby, who really hasn't gotten in this game so far. And France over midfield. Jesse Creel with a big tackle. Creel rushes over to fill in that gap. Ball's going to be bounced down around the 22. Taken by Shasha, who kicks it high in the air, gives chase, running around players. He's got it, and he loses it on the ground. He had it, and he landed on the ground, and he lost it. Good high ball contest, but he lost the ball on the ground. So a knock on to France. 14-13 now. Approaching halftime here. 35 minutes, folks. This is much better than what we saw earlier. Although the Scotland game was very exciting for a while there. Oof, my goodness. Jesse Creel. Here we go. Scrub. We like to get a scrub penalty here. Hey, Logan Roberts. How's it going? Welcome back. Michel Paul says, let's go France, viva France. Maintenant, c'est le Scrum. Les Bleus sont prêts. Crouch. Bind. Set. Les Carrick, le ball, c'est là. Mais ils sont tournés. Maintenant, c'est le Springbok qui part. Ils sont perdus là. Je pense que c'est le Springbok qui a gagné le Scrum, mais c'est le contraire, c'est les Bleus. Donc, pour cette raison, il y a une occasion pour les Français. All right, so the French win that Scrum, and Untamak will kick it to the corner. That was wheeled. Springbok Scrum has not been as reliable as we had hoped it would be. And that ball finds touch. It's a brilliant kick. It's going to put the French deep. The whole thing just spun around. Not what we were looking for there. 6 in the line out. Julian Marchand from about 15 meters on the Bucks 15-meter line. Here we go. Allez le bleu. The chant goes up. Springboks go up and they steal it. Yes, it's Lutiaga who steals. He poaches that line out. Brilliant work. That quiets the crowd instantaneously. My goodness. Sasha kicks it into touch. All right, that'll take some of the pressure off with 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. There we go. Line out for the French from the Springbok 47-meter on the far side. They went short, and they got away with it. But Etzebeth is there, and he gets tackled and held. Well, that's weird. Ball's available. Julian Marchand, the hooker, digs it out, playing the role of scrum half. So Springboks have got to get this ball back and put it on the French side of the pitch. Hard to win a game when the entire game is on your side of the field. Here's a kick by Intimac high into the air, but it doesn't even go 10 meters. Knocked on by the French. So Damien Villemse, who hasn't really done much in this game, gets it to Malcolm Marks. Marks is tackled. We've got another. Is there another penalty? So they are playing an advantage. Ball's available. Don't kick it away. We are going to kick it away. Far side, they've kicked it away. It's actually right down the middle of the pitch. Ramos, ball pops out. When it went backwards, France comes down the sideline. Fiku. He's tackled there by Jasper Wiese, I think. So the French now back to their own 10-meter line. So South Africa gains about 15 meters out of that, moving the ball back down, but they don't have possession. Last minute of the half, inside the 22. Feinberg kicks it high into the air. Nguzula gets up. It goes backwards. Picked up by the Springboks. Not releasing. How about a penalty for not releasing? There it is. And that's a makeable point. Makeable penalty. Oh, Kobus, get away, get away, get away. Don't start anything. Rhino not happy about how he's handled there. We need cooler heads, Kobus. Yep, come here. Angus Gardner wants to talk to these two.
It's okay. I'll just speak to these two boys.
Yep.
It's okay. I don't need anyone else.
Yep, don't need the
No,
captains.
not you. Just these two. Yeah, hey guys. Guys, that's the second time. Yeah. We had it after the try and we had it now. That's it. Okay? We get on with the game? Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Ramos.
Yeah, I'm just...
Ramos, it's him. He just stand there. He's like, it's twice now. He's like, it's him. I think we might have a high tackle. Yeah, I thought there was a high tackle on the Springboks. Yep.
So actions of white number 5.
Lutiaga. I think we might have a card coming here. And we could have gone into halftime leading here. But instead, we're going to wind up down a player, I think. I think we could have gotten halftime leading, but we're going to go down a player because it's 20 seconds and a half, and this is a kind of a straight shot.
When these two met down in Marseille,
Come on, let's go.
France won a pulsating contest.
We've got no replays
Both
yet,
ended up with just 14 players on the pitch. Peter Steph du Toit
Okay,
was
we don't
sent
need
off to
that.
South Africa very early.
Okay, let's see it. Where's it at? Ooh. That's a red card. Yeah, the drop in height might be a mitigating factor. But he led with his shoulder. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's wicked. That's going to be a red card.
The arm is back, so always illegal, but the player is low, okay? The boys, Nika, the player is low. So it reaches our yellow card threshold. Yeah. Why? The player is very low. Pardon me? Pardon me?
So the Georgian's trying to talk him into a red card.
Tempo, can you hear our conversation? Can I get your thoughts on that? So
This is Ian Tempest, the television match official.
To the head with the arm backwards. So at the moment, we've got an always illegal action.
Yes, I agree with that, Angus.
Okay, so
do
now
I.
the question is around the threshold. Is it yellow card threshold or is it permanent red card threshold?
Do you want me to play at real speed for you,
Yes,
Angus?
please. Yes, please.
Yeah, real speed will make a difference.
Consider that the ball carrier is on the floor.
I think they're trying to look at giving him a yellow card, but that could be a red card.
So Angus Gardner here is seriously considering a straight red card and not a yellow card to be reviewed by the foul play review officer. This is a huge call.
You play this at full speed, that is bad.
Permanent red card, permanent red card.
Yep, he's done.
Yeah. Intentional and reckless. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Tempo, are you hearing that? So we're at permanent red card threshold. Do you
Wow.
have any facts? Do you
I have no other facts to add.
Okay. Your thoughts on that view?
And I agree with you.
Okay, let me explain it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the action is always illegal. No, the action is always illegal. Shoulder to head. It's a permanent red card.
Wow.
Well, even in this period,
Maybe Lutiager should have stayed off the pitch with that HIA. And then Ramos is a punk. He gets up and attacks Cobus Rhinock, who had nothing to do with it. Cobus made a clean tackle on him. Red card. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I said it was going to be a red card. If he'd been reaching with his arm, but he didn't reach with his arm. Yep. So now France has a line out. That just changed the game completely. Now we're down a player. And unbelievable. We could have scored 3 points here because we had won a penalty. And it's over the hooter now. Wow, that's devastating. Absolutely devastating. And the Springboks have not been playing well other than Cobus Rhinock. And that ball pops out. That's forward. And that's the half. Wow. Wow. That sucks, folks. Halftime. Wow. That's 14 players now. My goodness. Well, that's not good. That's not good. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow. Red card to Lutiager. Yeah, well, that's not really the point for Reed Loy. See, that was clearly a red card. That was out of control. He was reckless. So we'll change the direction for these coming back in the second half. So it'll be the Springboks on the right, not the left. So that'll be the second half. Okay. Wow, that was just reckless and foolish. That's going to kill us. That'll kill us. Unbelievable, folks. Very disappointing, to say the very least. Very disappointing. Thank you for tuning in. And, wow, I don't know what to say, folks. So that was reckless. The Springboks have no fluid motion here. They're making too many mistakes. And France is playing well. The good news, I say, is that when they had a chance early on, they kicked. But Sasha missed 2 makeable kicks. Both pushed right. from the left side of the pitch, from the right side of the pitch, puts them both right by about 4 or 5 meters. Otherwise, it would have been 6 more points, and it'd be 20-14 right now, or 19-14 right now. But the only excitement we've seen out of the Springboks was that play by Cobus Rhino. Remember, I've told you I've been to 2 World Cups, I think it's 2, where he scored hat tricks as a scrum half, and he didn't play the full game. Canada, he scored 3 very quickly, I think all in the first half. Yeah, so Cobus Rhino, yep, getting it done. But one of the few Springboks out there getting it done. So Lut de Jager went off for a head injury assessment. He left the game at 10 minutes and 30 seconds in. Rowan Norkia came in, did a very credible job replacing him. But then he came back and wow, he stole a line out, which was great, but then that's dangerous. I mean, he dove in there and he led with that shoulder. I mean, he didn't try to reach out like this. He led with the shoulder and popped him right in the head. Look, the player was bent, but he was being reckless. And whether he was bent or not, if he wasn't being reckless, but he was being reckless. Shame. That's disappointing. Lut is not a dirty player, so I don't know where that came from. That was, I think he was trying to pop the ball out. He wanted to dislodge it, and he did, but I think that was his goal. Unfortunately, that's a card. When I saw it real time, I'm like, oof. I didn't say anything, but I'm like, oof. And then here it is. That's actually the problem. Man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, thanks for being here, folks. Can you hit the like button if you don't mind? It doesn't cost anything but a second of your time.
That was easy.
Yeah. Well, lots of forward passes, Charles. That's not the point. He led with the shoulder. He led with the shoulder. You can't lead with the shoulder. He made no attempt to tackle. Yes, the guy was low, but he made no attempt to tackle. Yeah, the lack of discipline letting the Bucks and Bucks fans down again. You're right, John. You're right. All right, let me close that. Okay, let's get your thoughts, okay? Let's do this, okay? Here's a poll, folks, all right? Here's a chance for your poll. Lut de Jager. Red, yellow, or penalty. Okay? Red card, yellow card. Let's see how everybody feels. Penalty. All right, folks, there's the poll. Hit it. Hit the poll. Give us your view. Give us your feedback on that. We'd like to hear what you've got to say. I'll bet most people are going to say yellow card. If they say penalty, I'll be shocked. Don't do it just to mess with me. I'm not impressed with this game. This is not going well. The only good thing is that we didn't give it more points there late in the game. It's the only good thing. So it's 14-13 at the half. Cobus Rhino with a brilliant try there. So, all right. Let's see what the poll says. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I would have given a yellow card because the tackle was being made. I wouldn't have given a straight red card. I would have let the booth review it. I think they were looking at trying to give him that, but they didn't do that. So I'm not shocked it was a red card, but I wouldn't have given a red card. But the Springboks missing tackles, and then that one that they just let slide right through there. And it was lazy. Kurt Lee was half-stepping. I mean, I love Kurt Lee Arnsey, but he was half-stepping to that ball. That's why that try was scored. I mean, if you're an odds maker and you thought the players were throwing the games for gambling, you'd say, hey, no wonder Kurt Lee. He was just trotting over there. He wasn't rushing back to get that ball the first try that Pinot scored. It's ridiculous. And he got beat on the second try, too. Kurt Lee, the fast guy, has gotten smoked by Pinot twice. Once was lazy. The second time he just was faster than him. Unbelievable. I mean, that's the bottom line here. We're in trouble here because Kurt Lee has performed very poorly over there. I didn't see it real time, but watching the replay, it's pretty obvious that Kurt Lee Arnsey was just kind of walking, being lackadaisical. We turned the ball over down here when Etzebeth tossed the ball from the ground. Anyway, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Hank. That's why it's a card. It's his arm. He led with the shoulder like this. He made no attempt to wrap the tackle. I mean, even if the player is in a tackle and being pulled down, you still reach out or you pull out of the tackle. He didn't do that. He drove straight into him, and that was just reckless, dangerous. Yeah, he'll probably get a 9-week ban. That's right. That ban, that other ban is just absolutely ridiculous. 9 weeks is absolutely ridiculous. So they do whatever they can to keep South Africans from playing rugby. And we just keep winning and winning and winning. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he never touched anybody. There's no evidence of it. Yet they gave him a 9-week ban. Total nonsense. So, puts us in a bad way here. Two areas we don't have a lot of backup right now is in props and at the lock position because of injuries. Yep. So, and then they take him out of the play. Yep. So, with this try by Kobus Rhino was a thing of beauty, man. Thing of beauty. He saw the gap and cut right through, beat 2 tacklers. They ran in each other, kicked it over the top, and chased it down. Nothing you could do to stop Kobus Rhino. Just such brilliant play. I have to say, I like the green shorts that the Bucks are wearing and this white jersey. These are pretty nice. It's a good mix. But they don't have a great history wearing white. They just don't have a great history wearing white. And a great job by Rhino to secure that ball and not overrun it. So many players overrun that in their excitement. But he did not overrun it. Brilliant work. Yeah, it was just brilliant stuff. So, disappointment so far, folks. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Are you disappointed? Yeah, Hank says if he wrapped his arm, yellow, otherwise red. Agreed. Yeah, the TMO did try to make it be red, that's for sure. No, I didn't wrap silent. You're being partisan. Be honest. What chance with 14 men? I don't know if it's a 20-minute red card or not. That's what I don't know. I was confused when he said straight red card. I think he just meant that the official can give a red card. Doesn't have to go to the booth. Yep. It was definitely a card. Okay. All right. Oxen Che is out, man. Oxen Che is out, and a couple other props are out. So it's 14-13 at halftime, but we're short a player coming back, and that was right at the end of the half. So, long. If it's a 20-minute red card, that means we got to go to 60 minutes without that other player. So the Springboks are really going to be tested now. Now they've got to quit kicking the ball away. They've got to hold on to it and go through phases and wear the French down. That's the answer. That is the answer. They've got to hold on to the ball, go through phases, and wear the French down. Because if you keep kicking the ball away, you're just going to leave open space for the French to score. Yes, Johan, it's still going to be a close game, I think. No, Farid, I think we still win this, but you got to do what I just said. The strategy now has to be ball possession. You got to have possession of the ball. You can't simply kick it away every time you get it with a box kick or from the back. You really, really got to think this one through. And you got to contest. You got to contest the lineouts. Yeah, this shirt's pretty cool. It is a nail-biting game, Ad Corp. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Okay, you looked at it again. Left shoulder was tucked. Yeah, it was. It was definitely tucked. He made no effort. Right arm is out, and he comes in like this, like a missile with the left arm. Yeah, I know he's out for the game, Moody. I don't care. I'm not asking that. I'm asking about the 20-minute red card. Is the team punished for the whole game? Yeah, the replacement's allowed. That's what I thought. Yeah, so I know he's out. We're not arguing about whether he's out. It's a red card. It's a red card. You're out. You don't come back from a red card. Even a 20-minute red card, you don't come back. When given a red card, you're done and dusted, finished and clear for the game. That's it. You're done. It's whether your team gets a player back. And I think it's 20 minutes. That's what I'm asking. Yeah, Andre Esterhuizen will make a big difference. Yep. Onakarebetsa Motong says that Steenkamp needs to be with Wilco Low because Dutoy does not push in the scrum. Interesting analysis there. I'm surprised Wilco Low. I bet you Wilco Low comes on very quickly in the second half, and Andre Esterhuizen as well. Yep. No, we haven't played Chesley Colby side all. He's barely been in the game. And Kurt Lee has not performed in this game at all. Not gotten it done. I was a big proponent when nobody knew who they were. Kane Moody, Kurt Lee Arnsay, Sasha Feinberg, Umzula. Nobody knew who they were. I was high on all three of those players. But it doesn't stop me from criticizing them. Okay, so first half, what do you got here? Stats. Hang on. Oh, I can't do that. Shoot. So 61% possession for France, 57-31 carries, 37-48 tackles. Meters made 258 for France, 176. Penalties 6 South Africa, 5 France. Territory 59%. So possession 61, territory 59%, and they picked up a lot more meters than the South Africans. They're dominating. That's a big mistake by Lutiager. Yeah. So we'll be down for 20 minutes. Yeah, he's going to be banned. I'm watching it again. He's going to get banned. Yeah, no, that is not good. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why anybody thinks that's not a card. Let's see what we got here on the poll. 137 votes. All right, I'm going to end the poll. Let's see. Can the Boks hold on? France got an extra player here now for about 19 minutes. Can South Africa hang in there? There's a new poll up, folks. Yeah, put Sasha, yeah. Sasha's in. So I think the changes that'll make a difference here is SRS. You could even bring Grant Williams in on the wing. I mean, Kirtley can make a difference. I don't know why he's not right now. I don't know why he's not. You can also put Monty at fly half and move Sasha to the wing. You can do a lot of things. I wouldn't panic yet on Kirtley Arnse. Give him about 5 or 10 more minutes, see how he does. But he needs to start showing something. Cheslin hasn't been in the game, but that's not on Cheslin. That's the ball has been kept away from him. France is winning 14-13, but now with the red card to Lutiager, things are changing. Clouds are gathering. Clouds are gathering. No line-out caller in the field. Yeah, no, I'm sure he'll get at least 4 weeks, if not more. Yeah. I mean, they have no evidence of grabbing the testicles, and they took a man out for 9 weeks. Well, Sasha performs well under pressure, but his kicking is episodic. It's good, it's crap, it's good, it's crap. All Blacks won without majority possession or territory, but they didn't go 20 minutes in the second half with a red card, did they? Trailing. Yeah. Yeah, we have to stay positive, yep. Not really. Cheslin hasn't had many air contests. Well, maybe 3, yeah. But he's had no opportunity to go anywhere with the ball. So we'll see how it goes in the second half. But this has been a tough Saturday. I'm very disappointed. If the Springboks lose this game, they could fall out of first place. They could fall out of first place on the world rankings. Yeah, I would sacrifice Sia as well. Yeah, I think that's an idea. We're ready for the second half. And we're underway in the second half. France with the ball now, inside their 22, and we're back underway, second half action now. Clearance kick, and Tamak. Goes into touch, fielded over there by Willemse. South Africa's going to want to chip away at this and kick every penalty they can. It's not going to be pretty. Norkia's in. So who got sacrificed? Was it Khaleesi? It looks like that's the case. Khaleesi was sacrificed, yep. Yep, so, all right, here we go. Line up. What's going on? Got a player down, messing with his shoe, time off. So, second half action, we changed directions now. The Springboks are coming from my right towards my left, and France from my left to the right at the Stade de France. Go easy on the clip drift. So Sia in his 100th test match has to go out. That sucks for him. So Norkia comes in. That puts two locks still out there, but we're missing our number 6 now. Here's a line out, and they get it to Etzebeth. Rhino over the middle to Sasha. High into the air it goes. Down the middle. Nobody's really chasing this. Players bumped into each other. The ball goes backwards. Yeah, that's right. The French player ran into him, and that went straight into touch. Yep, good call. Exactly right. Angus Gardner, the French player, ran into the South African and then dropped like a little baby. Yeah, he's not buying it. I love it. I love it. I'm not a big Angus Gardner fan, but he's right about that. Willem say once. Line out, successful to the Bucks. The kick into the air. That's going to be in 22. That's a bad decision there. Ramos gets it the 5-meter line. Taps and goes! And then he kicks it. Oh, man, that was a bad decision. So, Kurt Lee takes the ball, catches it in touch. Wow. If that make any sense there. He caught the ball and ran towards the Springboks, then kicks it in touch. Malcolm Marks, 4 in the line out. So Norkia gets it. Reinach. Sasha, why do we keep kicking the ball away? Inside of 22. Again, Ramos up to the 22. It can still be kicked into touch. So the ball's at the 22. Why do we keep kicking it away? That ball was hit, and it's picked up by Kurt Lawrence, who sends it over to Sasha. Sasha tackled, 10-meter line. Ball's available. Jasper Visa is just buried by French players. They finally tackle him after dragging him around for about 5 meters. And it's stolen by the French. And that's a ball thrown loose on the side to come down the sideline. The French, here they come. All the way deep inside Springboks territory, down to 28 meters away. Just like that. On attack, and we turn it over. Peter Steph Dutoy drives through. They're on the wing. Here they come. Pinot with the ball again. He kicks it over the top. And Pinot's got it. Or BRA got it. It's in touch. How's it not in touch? Come on. We're not sure who it came off of. I don't know who it came off of either. I hope it's off the French. So it wasn't Pinot who got to it. Let's see. Let's see. France has it there. France has it there. It's off a French player. It's off blue. Yep. It's off a French player. Yep. Oh, man. South Africa has the ball now, just 10 meters out. My goodness. All right. There's a line out. They have it. Etzebeth to Reinach. 44 minutes off the clock now. Now here comes a clearance kick. Play on if you want. Of course they can. Pinot doesn't bring it into play. Kirtley needs to step up his game here. Substitutions getting ready in that front row for France. Aldegheri is getting ready. 5 in the line out. France at the Springboks 39-meter line. France has had 11 lineouts. They've won all but one of them. The one that the Yager stole. That's knocked backwards. France has it. Ntamak. Fiku. He's tackled just around the 10-meter line. France goes wide. Ntamak again. Oh, bad tackling there by Sasha. They're inside the 10-meter line now. Incidental collision. Oh, that was a nice pass. And the French are driving down to about the 22-meter line. Ntamak cuts back inside. He's tackled at the 22. Pick and go. Gia goes inside the 22 to the near side. Here come the French down the near side. Over to the center it goes. Oh, that was a dangerous pass. Uh-oh, there's numbers on the outside. The French have numbers on the outside. There they go down the sidelines. Pinot knocks it on. It's taken in midair by David Willemse. Jesse Creel. No, it's Sasha. Gosh, plus I can't see that far away. The camera's too far away. So we got lucky there. The French threw it away. Visa drives forward, short of the 22. Advantage over. They had an advantage for the knock-on. Instead of taking the scrum, they kick it into touch. Ugh, I don't know if that was a good idea either. Suppose it is. You get away from your goalpost. 47 minutes. Here come the substitutions for France. Here comes substitutions for France. It's 21, 19, 18, 16, 17, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 21. My goodness. A lot of changes. France just clears the bench. Almost. Front row changes out. Wow. And that line out successful for the French. France down the sideline. Here they come. Missed tackle. Still going to 22. Finally chased down by Nordkia. Oh, they knocked it on. Thank goodness. Another mistake by the French. My goodness. Oof. My goodness. We're surviving on French mistakes right now. Missed tackle by Visa. It was a Kurt Lee that got in on that tackle too. BLBRA killing us there. Cheslin Colby and Nordkia saved the tackle. Yeah, and it was lost forward. My goodness. Hey, folks, don't forget to become subscribed. Thank you, Paul Shanguen, for becoming a subscriber. Substitution. Sneyman comes for Esterhausen for De Allende. Esterhausen for De Allende. And Arge Stamen comes in for Ebenetzabeth. Okay, here we go. Andre Esterhuizen comes in. Dutoy is out. Wokolo is in. Crouch. Bind. Set. Springbok scrum. Guys just came in. Knee hit the ground. It's going to buckle. Who's going to get it? Play it. He kicks it away. And it goes into touch. And another line out for France on the South African side of the pitch. We're playing the entire game on the wrong side of the field. Yeah, Ona Karetsa. Yes, Rossi sees what you see. So the French 19, that's Romain Tafanua, is not in the line out, so he's getting admonished. Here's the French line out. They go short. That wasn't straight. That wasn't straight. That wasn't straight. They're all the way down inside of 22. That wasn't straight. Oh, my goodness. How did they get away with that? So they're inside of 22. Challenge. And there's Arge Snyman in on the tackle. But the French are inside of 22. Allez les Bleus. Here they come. Allez les Bleus. Thank you for your subscription, Miles and Tongwa. Come to the near side now. In the middle of the pitch. France. Fiku tries to offload it. He gets tackled. Oh, it's lost backwards. Was it kicked? Play on. And now they're back to the 10-meter line, but the Bucks have got to stop them here. Nordkia with a tackle. Oh, Cheslett. Kirtley. What happened there? Was it a knock-on? 50 minutes off the clock now. So what was the penalty here? What was the play? Getting a few subscriptions now. Thank you all for joining us as subscribers. Appreciate it. Leanne DeCastro, thank you. Sia on the bench, trying to get them jazzed up. Line out successful. Oh, big hit in the middle of the pitch there. France finally on their side of the pitch. Going to dig it out from this long ruck. Wait is the call. That's going to go from La Garec down to... And that was Kirtley and knocked on by Damien Willemse. Willemse knocks it on. Kirtley did a good job on the high ball, but then Willemse knocks it on. Yeah, there's no Quagga Smith tonight. I mean, all hope is not lost here, folks. We trail by 1, but we can't make these kind of mistakes. The French are killing time over here. Well, they're drinking water. What's the deal? Yeah, he caught the player. He said, don't go over there and then take a knee, because that's what he did. He's like, I had to get treatment. Yeah, no, you walked over there and went down. You go down where you go down at. All right, here you go. France have won 15 of the last 16 matches here. Their only defeat was against South Africa. Wow. They won 15 of the last 16 matches at Stade de France. The only time they lost was to the Springboks in those matches. But right now they're leading 14-13. Crouch. Bind. Set. And the whole thing collapses. We're going to reset it. We'll kill more time on that clock. If the Springboks can stay with a point, stay within a point till they get that extra player back. Jack Seller. Yep. All right, here we go, folks. Going to reset this scrum. 310 currently here. Be sure to hit the like button if you don't mind, folks. I'd appreciate it. 52 minutes off the clock. 14-13. Not a pretty game. Lutiager's red card changed it all. Crouch. Bind. Set. And it collapses. A penalty against France. Oh! The Springboks are rewarded in the scrum. French are not complaining. They get up and go. Wow. We haven't had a penalty against France in ages. About time. Collapsing the scrum. They put a new front row in and they lose a penalty. It's too far to kick for points. We're way back in our territory, so Sasha will kick for territory here. And we'll finally be on the French side of the pitch. I don't think we've been there at all in the second half. Is that going to find touch? No. What a mistake. Oh, Sasha doesn't find touch. What the hell was that? Oh, my goodness. He kicks it high in the air, gives chase. Ramos He throws it forward. That's a forward pass. How is that not a penalty or a turnover? This is unreal. He spun around, threw it forward. Unbelievable. Ball's high in the air. Going to go around midfield. Willemse. It's knocked backwards by the French, but then it's picked up by Arge Sneeman. 54 minutes off the clock. It wasn't Sneeman. It was actually Gerhard Steenkamp. There's Sneeman. Ball's high in the air on the far side of the pitch. Who's going to get it? And Cheslin Colby can't secure it. Ball's kicked the other direction. Going to bounce up. Oh, no! How in the world? Sasha misplayed it. And it bounced the wrong way, but we somehow got it back. Now the French have it. Oh, they're going to kick to the wing. There's nobody back there. This time Kirtley runs. Lets it go in touch. My goodness, we are getting so lucky. We got too many rabbits. We're running out of rabbit's feet here. My goodness. It just bounced away from Sasha and he fell down. And then the scrum half couldn't get to either. Sasha, to his credit, got up and got to it very quickly. But then we had a ball kicked to the wing and it was nice. But we just got lucky and it bounced into touch. Penot couldn't get there. My goodness, we got lucky with that one. Man, we gotten so lucky here that the French have. They knocked the ball on 3 times inside our 22. They kicked it into touch there. It's a 4th time. Oh, my goodness. Line out successful. Arge Sneeman. Now comes a clearance kick from Sasha. And he doesn't find touch. He doesn't find touch again. Good Lord. The French have it. So the French have the ball again on the South African side of the pitch. We can't keep playing this way. Need a turnover here. Peter Steph du Toit's been invisible in this game. So was Khaleesi when he was out there. And now they're down the wing again. Fiku. Fiku's tackled over there. Ball's out. Oh! A knock on against South Africa because they touched the ball after he pulled his hands back. That's not right. That sucks. So got a knock on advantage this France here. Advantage is over, and then they lose it forward. Yep, knock on him. And another mistake by France, keeping us in the game. All right, relax, Jack. It's going to be okay. So Willemse's out. Libbok comes in. And, you know, he's not had much of an impact, so Damon Willemse has just been silent in this game. So Manu Libbok comes in the game. He's got great kicking ability. That could make the difference here for us. Better kicking game. Not at the post, but in the field of play. 56 minutes now. Crouch. Fine. Set. And Jasper Wiese comes out of there with it. He picks up a few meters. Kobus Rhino sees space. Rhino over midfield. They finally chase him down. Finally, we're on the other side of the pitch. And France is offside. 4 players offside. No call. Arge Sneeman runs it into the ground right there. They're using crappy paint for that ad. It's chased down. Libbok got caught being lazy. Oh, Monty Libbok has almost cost us a disaster there. And a penalty for not releasing. Unbelievable. Monty comes on the game and already comes in. He's in 1 minute and he already screws us. Being lazy and slow. Unbelievable. If they're the French, I would kick it. I would go for the post here. This is easy. Lazy work by Monty Libbok cost us desperately. Yeah, and Sasha tried to crawl on the ground. Wow. Monty Libbok caused that penalty. Looks like you got more replacements like Maxime Luku coming in. So they're going for the post. Easy conversion for Ramos. He's money. Unlike Sasha, who's missed 2 kicks, which would give us a 19-14 lead. Instead, it's going to be 17-13. And it's good. 17-13. Oh, my goodness. $17-13. Monty Libbok cost us 3 points right there. And Pierre Schumann cost his team, Scotland, the game today. Two changes. Fiku's out as well. He's had a good game, Fiku. Oh, they're taking off. They're taking off Cobus Reinach, and Grant Williams is coming in. But Cobus has got green paint all over him. It looks like the Hulk, yeah. So Grant Williams comes in now. Here's the kick down the middle of the pitch. Who's going to get it? France comes down with it, 22. 20 minutes left. Taken into the 22. So Intimak get a double warning, so he keeps it in the field of play. Taken back here. Sasha, who's not had an impressive game. High tackle, so there's 3 points for South Africa. They've got playing an advantage. There's Jesse Creel, who's been quiet. He's running everywhere, but going nowhere. Oh, he just got tackled around the neck. Going to come back for the penalty. Let's see where the mark is. If it's close enough for the kick. I take a shot at goal. You got to do it. Got to try it. You got to go for the points. They're going to kick to the corner. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. 60 minutes, 26 seconds. So not even a good kick. We're outside the 22. Or at the 22. That's a disaster. Should have taken a point opportunity. They go deep. They have it. Peter Steph Dutoy. They're into a maul and breaking away from the maul. Down the sideline comes Malcolm Marks. Marks down to 6 meters. Come on, Boca. Over the middle. Peter Steph Dutoy. Now this is where they've got to score. Ball's available. Grant Williams. Come on, boys. Push it through. 5 meters out. Penalty advantage. Springboks have an advantage here. Offside. All kinds of other stuff going on, too. What are they going to do? They're going for the line out. They're going for the line out. Yeah, I would have simply just done a tap and go. I don't know why you're doing a line out. Do a tap and go. It's a penalty. The French are arguing with him as the clock is ticking. Need a good line out here. They get it to Nortkia. Driving forward. The maul's moving. The maul's moving. Don't get held up. Grant Williams is the back. Malcolm Marks is still in there. It's stopped. Grant Williams is going to pull it out. Malcolm Marks! Is he in? An advantage. Another advantage. Grant Williams. Oh, that's an intentional knock-on. But the Bucks have it, but they couldn't get it Chesed Colby in time. Colby trying to do something with it. I don't know why we didn't get an intentional knock on over there. He said it's a genuine attempt. He's asking a TMO. I don't think so. It was an intentional knock on. It's deliberate. Should be a card. It's going to TMO.
He's gone the length.
At the moment, I've got a penalty here, but there's potentially a deliberate knock-on over there.
Agreed.
So we're just going to slow it down.
All right, let's slow it down. Look at
Tempest is
it.
looking
Clock
at
is.
this.
Well, stop the clock. It's still running.
Yep.
Clock is still running. Okay, the clock finally stops. Here we go. And also that prevented a try because there was nobody out there to cover down at Chess and Colby. Yeah, that's an intentional knock-on. One hand lunging. That's an intentional knock-on.
Catch if he goes for that ball with two hands. He sort of half does and then takes
No, that prevented a try.
I want to have a look at the wide angle.
Yep, to see if because there's a player out there.
They wouldn't worry
Yep.
about the wide angle. They were in all day.
Well, is there something else to consider?
It is. A penalty try is something to consider.
Well, I think because Ramos is out there, I'm not sure you can give that from there.
Well, there's
surely.
two Springbok players.
Wide angle here. It's definitely a deliberate knock-on.
Yep, that's a
But I
card.
just need to see, is it a line break opportunity?
It is a line break
So
opportunity.
They are considering now.
There's
could it
two
be a
Springboks
penalty?
there.
Right, it's almost certainly going to be a yellow card.
Yeah, okay. And there's a line break opportunity on the outside.
Yep.
Yeah. It's yellow for you.
What about the line break?
Okay, is it yellow for you, Christoph?
It's definitely yellow. Come on.
Okay, but I have a decision.
Yeah.
I have a decision. It's a deliberate knock-on by number 11, France. It's going to be a yellow card.
Lucky it wasn't a penalty try.
Okay. So, you
So now what are they going to do? It's even at 14 now for 10 minutes. Yeah, the Marks is in front of the post for deliberate knock-on. Time on. Fourteen to 14 now. Springboks driving on the maul now after a successful lineout. Grant Williams at the back. And a try! Booker! Finally! And who is it? Is it Steenkamp or is it Edra Esterhuizen? Esterhuizen. My goodness. Wow, they just drove. Pushed, shoved. Oh, there it is, right there. Yep. Wow. Woo. Leading by one, we need a conversion from Sasha here. This would give us a safety if there's a penalty. We need this conversion, Sasha. You're going to miss two penalties here. Fingers crossed. Oh, no! It hit the post and missed. Gee, many crickets. Looked good the whole way and then hit the post. That's 8 points he's left on the pitch. My goodness. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Springboks turned the ball over. My goodness. Springboks turned it right back over. My goodness. 18-17. And a penalty for not releasing. Oh, Malcolm Marks jackals the ball. Oh, gosh, he is a great hooker, man. Love that guy. Don't blame Sasha for missing 8 points. I do blame Sasha. This game has been substandard today. And Monty Libbuk nearly cost us the game. But we stayed in it. So Monty kicks it down the pitch. And while we have an even number of players, we need to get another try here. Because we got to hold on those last several minutes. With that permanent red card. Yeah, the 1 point difference looks familiar. It's success. Whoa, we got it to Arge Sammy. He barely held on to it. Over the middle. Here come the Boca. Esterhuizen drives across midfield. Arge Sneeman now. He's tackled. Throws the ball up. Oh, Sasha done a nice job digging it up by his shoelaces. Sasha, nicest, best performance of the day for him is right there. Nice carry. Is that Visa? I can't see. Grant Williams back this way to Peter Steph Dutoy. Very silent in this game. Grant Williams now. Fresh legs out there. Scrum half. Jasper Visa still pushing it. 6 minutes left on the yellow card. Springboks. Monty Libbuk kicks it to the wing. Oh, that's a good kick. He had to wait for it, though. It's Cheslin. He outmoves the guy. Cheslin Colby down to 22. Nodell gets up, takes off. Oh, then they tackle him. Place the ball. But the Springboks now just outside the 22. Another penalty would be great here. Somebody left a boot in the middle of the pitch. I don't know who it is. It's a long ways from where the play is. A penalty advantage, yes. Yes. Here we come, Boca. Oh, Sasha. Oh, my goodness. What an incredible effort to throw it behind his back. Whew. But it's dropped. Coming back for the penalty. Go for the points. This is living dangerously, ladies and gentlemen. Springbok Rugby, living dangerously. This is unbelievable. Living dangerously. So, Monty, they're not going to go for the points. They're kicking for the corner. Well, why not? They had that line out a minute ago. That's a good kick, Monty. Like I said, he can kick from the pitch. He just can't hit the post. Wow. Vilko Low with a big carry there. All right. Somebody's tying their boot. Clock is stopped at 68:51. 4:44 on that clock to France. We need a try here now. That would make it a two-score game with a conversion. Got to have the conversion, though. Otherwise, it's not a two-score game. C is yelling at Sasha. Sia Khaleesi from the sideline yelling at Sasha. I have no idea what he's yelling to him. Keeps yelling Sasha. Here's a line out. 5 meters. Here we go. We need a good line out here. They go short. They got it. Argus Stanley. They're into a maul. They got the maul. What happened? It's driven backwards, collapsed. Another advantage against the French for collapsing the maul. Grant Williams knows he has advantage now. Where's the ball at? Ball stuck. Side entry. How many penalties do they get to have within 5 meters before they get a card? Jesse Creel needs to wake up now. This is where you need Jesse Creel. Jasper Visa's been a warrior out there. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Peter Steph DuToit is talking over there. I guess he's the captain with Khaleesi out. What are we going to do? Going to tap and go, it looks like. .338 left on the card. Clock is stopped at 69:57. What is going on here? They're going to tap and go. Somebody's down getting something out of their ear. It's Malcolm Marks has got blood all over his face. So we're stopped because Malcolm Marks has got blood coming out of his ear. At least that's what he said. Good defense of the Maul. Willem said he can't look. He's on the sideline. Andre Pollard up in the stands. They're taping up Malcolm Marks' head. Okay, I think this is enough tape, man. It's got like an inch of tape around his head now. My goodness. Bloody game. All right, come on, boys. This is still ours to win. Malcolm Marks looks like a warrior. Blood everywhere. Jesse Creel, it's time to lay it on. You've got the wheels. We need the points. Are we going to do a tap and go? Okay, they're going to go for the line. Okay, they're going to do the line out. Look like we're going to tap and go, and the French were trying to charge. He's like, you can't charge. It's a penalty. Correct. You got to be stationary. Here's the line out now. We need a try here. Good line out. Nordkia comes down with it. The Bucks, one stop. They're not going anywhere. France have held them still. Now they go for it. Now they surge. 3 meters. 2 meters. It's going slowly. Where's the ball at? Get it out of there. They get it out. Grant Williams does it. Grant Williams. Grant Williams. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Grant Williams with a try. Right under the post. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Woohoo! Grant Williams, his 6th try. Yes! Unbelievable. Oh, man, the French just lost sight of everything. Grant Williams burned him. Wow. My goodness. Grant Williams. Right in front of the post for Sasha. What are we waiting for? Oh, he's drinking water. There it is. All right. Wow. 25-17. Kick, restart. What a game. Bucks managed to hold on to it this time. Inside of 22, Grant Williams going to have a Bucks kick high into the air. The chase is on over here by Kurt Learnse. Ball bounces backwards. South Africa gets it. And Grant Williams is being grabbed. Monty Libba kicks it high to the wing. There's all the way by himself. Cheslin has to wait. Oh, my goodness. If he hadn't had to wait, he would have been down the sideline. He kicks it forward. Chases on. Ball's going to be inside of 22. Oh, and the French get it. Jesse Creel overran it. Now the key is to keep it from getting out of control. Ball goes back the other way. All the way back to the 30-meter line. And Sasha, now we're really getting a pace in this game here. And the ball goes backwards. Picked up by the Springboks. It's Andre Esterhuizen. He offloads it to Nordkia. Nordkia to Grant Williams. It's intercepted by the French. We got a penalty here. Or a knock on. Woo! My goodness. Boof, boof, boof. Back and forth. Back and forth. Man, oh man, the Springboks get the try. Grant Williams breaking away from that scrum and just goes for the post. Dives across. Conversion is good. 73 minutes. 26 seconds left on the yellow card. But that permanent red card has kept the Springboks down to 14 since early in the game. Since halftime. Here we go. If you're not a subscriber, folks, go ahead and become one. Only takes a moment of your time to become a subscriber on the program. All right? Just become a subscriber, hit the button. We appreciate it. Help us grow the channel. It's been a long day here with USA losing a game, then Namibia losing a game. And now we've got a scrum to the Springboks. Crouch. Bind. So BLBRA can't come in now, so the Springboks can be able to kill more of that clock down a player. This is awesome. France needs 2 scores to level things now, folks. 2 scores. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done it already. Appreciate you being here. BLBRA's come back in because of reset. All right, well, that's the end of it. They got 6 minutes left, and they're up a player, courtesy of the Lut Diaga red card in the first half. So, South Africa leading by 8. I picked them to win by 7. The score ends like this, I'm happy. They need to focus. No mistakes here. Crouch. Going to reset. Malcolm Marks is saying...
We're not going to get to this late stage of the game and start to have games at scrum time, all right?
Yeah.
Okay? Guys, come down. Keep the space so there's no head-on-head actual loading.
Yeah. Thank you all for subscribing. I appreciate that. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, folks. It's membership people pay for. There we go. There's subscribers coming. There you go, folks. Hit the subscription button. Become a subscriber. All right. Clock is still stopped, but the Springboks killed time. Now they just got to be smart. Awesome white road jerseys today. Crouch. Bind. Set. Grant Williams to put it in. And we got a penalty. Oh, Grant Williams is stoked. My goodness. You go for the post here. You go for the post here. What are they doing? I guess they want to make it go beyond reach. They're going for a touch. I guess they want to add a reach. Okay, 75-16. They don't go points. Okay. I guess they realize it's a 2-score game. 3 points won't make a difference. It'll still be a 2-score game. It'll be 28, be 11. So if they get a try here, that would make it 30, and a conversion would make it 32. It would make it 15. Yeah, so I see the logic here. But it wasn't a great kick. So about 17 meters. They're killing clock here, though. Malcolm Marks throws it in. And they come down with it. And there goes Jasper Wiese. Malcolm Marks with a carry. Grant Williams. Luke de Jager. I mean, it's Snyman. Jager's out of the game. Oh, space out here. There's space on the wing. Here they come. Sasha does the dummy. They're going to score again. Booker. Sasha Feinberg. Ugumzulu in the corner. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? If they make the conversion, this game is over without a doubt. 3 scores. Wow. Sasha Feinberg. Ugumzulu cuts it back. What happened here? The French player's talking to him. Wow. I don't know what's going on here. Shot clock off. What's going on here? They're looking at it. Peter Steph du Toit.
Possibly taking 10 too far past the breakdown.
We're looking at the roll here of Peter Steph du Toit.
Okay, let's have a look at that on the screen, please. Tempo.
Okay.
Just working to get it with the director.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, he's okay with it. Good.
I think that's dynamic, and he gets but.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
And he falls to the floor. I'm okay with that, aren't you? Or not?
Yeah.
He gets past the breakdown.
Works for me. Works for me, Angus.
Yeah. Tempo, can you just keep the replays going? We just want to have another look at them, please.
I'm asking for a wide angle.
Okay.
I'm asking for main wide angle, Angus.
Well, you've heard that Angus Gardner, the
So he's part of
referee,
the ruck.
Yeah, he's part of the ruck. He can do that.
He's happy with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a clean out. Yeah, it's just a ruck clean out. He's good. Agreed. 100%. Try is good.
Yeah.
Try is good. He's part of the ruck.
So
he's right over top of
over
it.
the ruck there,
Yep.
and so he can be cleaned out.
Yep. That's a good
Okay,
try.
Tempo, you can come back to me. I'm going to stick with the try.
Yep. Try's good.
Okay, my on-field decision was a try, so I need conclusive evidence. Otherwise, the French player is over the ruck, so he's part of the ruck, so
And
he
he's
can
cleaned
be
out.
cleaned out.
Yep.
And then he goes to the floor, so that's okay.
So try. Oh, yes. Now we go for the conversion. And he made it. That's going to be game 32-17. There goes my bonus point in Super Brew, but I don't care. 32. Down to 14 men. This is an epic win after playing so poorly for 50 minutes. 50 minutes they played so poorly. Here's the restart. Taken by Jasper Wiese at the 20. He's had a good game. He'd be my man of the match right now. Jasper Wiese. He's really played well. Grant Williams. 2 minutes left. Midfield. And, Kurt Lee, and then he lost it. He won the high ball, but then lost it. Knock-on advantage to, but it'll go to France because, Kurt Lee knocked it on. My goodness. All in the game plan. I don't think so. I don't think so. Those of you said we could overcome, they're saying Sasha's the man of the match. I don't know. He played poorly for much of this match. I'd go with Jasper Wiese. Man of the match. How about you guys? Man of the match. So, Crouch. And they go to the outside. France has the ball over midfield. There's a kick down the pitch. Chases on. Going to be picked up back there by Chesson. Colby gets it off the... There's Colby. Down the sideline. Here comes Colby. Midfield still going. Colby still going down the 10-meter line. Oh, and they played the 9, France did. Now Jesse Creel gets tackled. Wiese picks up the ball. Here's your man of the match choice, folks. That ball's blocked. Monty got another one blocked. Kurt Lee tries to break through. Down to the last 23 seconds of the contest. No injuries here, folks. And France will be defeated at the Stade de France again. Esterhuizen playing scrum half. Steenkamp. We were worried about the scrums. They were not pretty in the first half, but got better in the second half. And the rolling mauls were very effective here late in the game. Colby kicks it in a touch. The final is 32-17. Not a great performance, but wow. A victory nonetheless. 2 for 2 on the Northern Hemisphere Tour. My goodness. Wow. Losing at halftime. They come back and win this game in the second half. The key was to hold on, ladies and gentlemen. As we said, the key was to hold on with that red card as long as we could possibly hold on, and we did. And it all turned. But I don't agree with their decision, Sasha. It's not my man of the match. All right. So, wow, that was something else. Didn't think we were going to get that one. I bet you if DuPont had been there, it would have been a different story. We would have had a hard time holding on late in that game if Antoine DuPont were available, but he's still injured. But hey, we'll take it. And we lost 2 games we shouldn't have lost this year. One to the Wallabies, horrible, a team that lost to Italy today. And we lost another one to the All Blacks we shouldn't have lost. But here you have it, folks. Here you have it. The Springboks overcome a red card in the first half to Lut de Jager. And wow, let's turn those off, those cards. And that's been a long day for us, starting out with USA losing in Georgia today by 13. Then the Velvichas failing to get it done until late in the game. About the 70th minute, they woke up to get themselves a point for finishing within the losing bonus point, but they lost a game to Belgium they couldn't afford to lose. Next week, they play against double French score with 14 guys. Almost double. Almost double. Yep, not quite. John, you're welcome. It was a roller coaster of a game. Hold on and run it. Yeah, well, quick kicking the ball away. That's what I said. You got a quick kicking the ball away. It's disastrous. So my Super Brew in the end came out pretty good, but this try by Sasha took my bonus point away. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bonus points. I got one game called perfectly, and I called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 8 games correct. My only mistake was Uruguay. So I had a good day on Super Brew. I don't know about the rest of you guys. Anybody interested in Super Brew? All right. Sinette, what's going on? I didn't realize you were there. So let's see what we got over here. 4 people picking the man of the match. Okay. Okay, come on. Looks like about a third of people like Sasha. Kobus had a really good game. Really had a good game. I don't have those red cards off yet. Hang on a second here. Didn't realize I still had that on. There we go. That's off. So, wow. What a game in the end. This was really something else here. We'll hang around and see if we get man of the match interviews with Sasha Feinberg-Umzulu, with perhaps Sia Khaleesi, who was forced to sit and watch half this game from the bench after the card to Lut de Jager. Unbelievable. Tries early on from Damien Penaud. He was brilliant for France until he got that card. I did get in trouble second half. Penaud, 26-20, another try. Cobus Rhino, as the Springboks were struggling mightily towards the late first half, Cobus Rhino picked the ball, spotted a gap, ran through it. 3 tacklers couldn't bring him down, kicked the ball over the head of a defender, and then chased it down for the try. It was absolutely brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Rhino had a great game. He really did. But I would have gone with Jasper Wiese. Rhino would have been another choice. Yeah, so, wow. But Sasha missed a penalty. He missed 2 kick conversions that kept the game close. And he had some very poor kicking decisions. Also made some poor tackles. Are we going to get, I wonder if we're going to get anything here from after the game. So glad I was wrong. Thanks, Colonel. Yeah, it was a bloody, stressful roller coaster indeed. Kathy, you're very welcome. Silent Target says, good game. Lut going to get 6-week ban. I think that's probably right. Probably right. It was reckless. Don't know how your nerves hold out. I was in and out TV. Well, Vilma, I hang in there. CSA Rugby team getting a lot better in years to come. Well, I hope so. And Mark Doss is awesome commentary. Thank you so much for that. How the hell is Sasha man of the match? Yeah. Well, Malcolm Marks had a good game too. Yeah, I don't agree, Sasha Feinberg-Umzulu. He made so many mistakes in this game. He was a non-factor for most of the game. The try late in the game doesn't make up for it. And he started the game well with a couple really good kicks to place the ball down the pitch, and also he had a couple of conversions which were really good early on. But then it just kind of fell off, and he was non-existent until 75 minutes into the game, and then suddenly came back to life. That's not a man of the match to me. You got to be consistent there. I tell you, the Cobus Rhino was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And he got us into the game. South Africa was not in that game until Cobus Rhino got that try, which he just stole. He stole that try. Absolutely stole it. Unbelievable. So, yeah, the French, though, really did us a lot of favors. Here's one I'm watching a replay at the 47th minute. They knocked it on inside our 22. They really did us a lot of favors with poor ball handling inside our 22. They squandered so many opportunities. Here's another one I'm watching there where they dropped the ball. But the Springboks, man. And Chesley Colby will get some good numbers for a territory game, but he didn't get them till late. There's another knock on that was prompted by Chesley Colby's tackle inside the 22. That killed the French side. And Monty, not even paying attention, kicked it. He had 4 French players over there. It was such an easy charge down, nearly cost us. We wound up with a penalty, and that gave France the lead at 57 minutes, 57-40. 57-40 is when that kick came. It went to 14 to 13 to 17 to 13, and that's when I got a little bit nervous there, a little bit concerned. Yeah, that was a dumb penalty. And then Sasha, a stupid penalty here, crawling on the ground. That was what the penalty was. And he gets the man of the match. I don't agree with that call at all. And so here was the kick. Yeah, at the 58-55 by the time they finally put it down. It gets the score. Thank you, Quinn Joubert, for subscribing. Clouds are gathering. Clouds are gathering. Where are the subscriptions? Let's go, folks. Make the channel grow. It doesn't cost anything. You don't even have to ever come back and watch the channel again. Intentional knock on B.I. Barry. That was brilliant. Yeah, I was surprised it might not have been a penalty try there. It was kind of far out, but there really wasn't. There was one defender and 2 players, so I guess that's why I didn't do it. But nonetheless, the Springboks got the try in the end. Yeah, that shifted the game there at 63 minutes when he did that. So that's when the game changed at 63-36 with that yellow card. After the Springboks have been down a player for so long, over 25 minutes down a player. And thank you, Braylon Brand, for subscribing. Clouds are gathering, ladies and gentlemen. Clouds are gathering. Are you the number 1 Springbok fan? Are you? Or is it me? Who is it? Somebody's the number 1 Springbok fan. Who is it? Anyway, folks. Yeah, so there you go. 32-17 is the final here. Excuse me. And waiting to see if we get man of the match conversation. Malcolm Marks had a brilliant game, too. We have to give him that. He was a warrior in there. And so was Jasper Wiese. R.G. Stamen had an impact when he came in, but we had some problems in this game for sure. And Sia Khaleesi has to spend half of the match, his 100th test match, sitting on the bench because of Lut Diaker's red card. And then he missed 3 kicks. I'm sorry, he missed a conversion, 3 conversions, or 2 penalties and 2 conversions, yep. So 70 minutes in, we had a 1-point lead. 1-point lead at 70 minutes. And then Grant Williams comes in and just burns everybody's shorts. I didn't know if we were going to get it out of there. And Grant Williams gets it. And he fakes out 4 French players and runs in. Just like he did against Scotland in Marseille at the World Cup when I was there in 2023. He didn't get a try, but man, he faked everybody out and picked a whole bunch of territory up. This was just brilliant try by Grant Williams. It was amazing. So 71 minutes into the contest, Grant Williams goes across, and that's when I knew that we were going to win, especially since he took the time to go under the post, and we got the conversion. Thank you all for subscribing. Keep hitting that subscription button, folks. It's free. Costs you nothing but a moment of your time to subscribe. We could really use the support for the channel and keep growing it here. You don't get unbiased commentary. You don't get, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't get unbiased. I'm biased for the Springboks, but you do get objective. I mean, I was definitely a person that said that Lut deserved a red card on that. It was reckless, and it was unnecessary. Certainly a card at a minimum. But I was in the minority saying you should have got a red card. But I also said that should have been a yellow card for that intentional knock-on. And, hey, Nordkia did a great job once he came in, too. Some brilliant work by Nordkia. He did a really good job there. Ruan Nordkia. I want to say Keith Nordkia. I don't know why I want to say Keith. Yeah. And Sasha that try he scored was brilliant. He just outran all the French players. It's like they were gassed. 76 minutes is when he got that. 76-19. So I think Sasha knows he does not deserve man of the match. He really made us nervous as he did not perform well. Maybe his try is why he got you, honest. Yeah, that's why they gave it to him. But I disagree. But I mean, it's I don't know who made the man of the match call, but it wouldn't have been me for Sasha. He was all over the place and a liability at much of this game. Chesley Colby was good on the high ball a few times, but not a factor in scoring. And Kurtley Arnsey was really all over the place today too. At times he was helpful, at times he wasn't. So it's unfortunate. But whatever the case is a win, and this will keep us atop the World Rugby rankings. And what's going to happen here is that the All Blacks will not be able to advance France will lose some points here, but not a lot. So let me take a look at these rugby standings before we went into today. Yeah, so Belgium and Samoa start off on the winning mark with their wins. So at the beginning here, I don't want the ranking explained. I want the, here we go, more rankings. That's what I want. All right, so they're up by just 1.2 points. I don't know what they'll gain today. England has gone up. France has dropped. Is that last week? Oh, here we go. Sasha van Berg-Oomzul.
What does it mean to come back and win a game like that when you're under such difficult times?
Yeah, man, thank you. That was what we thought it was going to be at the start of France. 14-13 half-time. It was tough. It's tough. We were getting good reward from our contestable kicking game, etc., but we weren't getting points on the board. So I'm just so proud that everyone stuck in and made it special for Big Sia.
And look, you're 23. You've taken to international rugby like a duck to water. You're making it look easy. How much are you enjoying your rugby right now?
Yeah, it's good fun. I'm part of such an incredible team, man. Playing for my country on a Saturday, it's my dream. It's all of our dreams. So, yeah, I mean, these small things, they don't really mean much. I'm just happy we won with 15 points here today and make Sia's day.
And a big day. You mentioned Sia, a big day for him. How much has he helped you develop your career personally?
Oh, man. I got injured on the 28th of December. We're against the Sharks. And we chatted after the game, and he just told me to hold tight and that we're going to make memories together. And since then, we've won a rugby championship, a Freedom Cup. We won a tough away game. Yeah, it's been incredible. He's done so much for me and for the whole country. He's a real leader and someone who leads by example.
Well, congratulations tonight. Best of luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thanks, man.
Sasha van Berg-Oomzul, man of the match. Let's see if we get the team captains coming up here. Well, they're drooling over Sasha, but his performance was substandard today. Yeah, the U.S. commentators saying a star has been born. They clearly haven't seen Sasha at his best. This isn't even remotely his best. So we're looking to see the South African side walking off the pitch, the French clapping them off, the classy part of the game that I really love. Khaleesi gets his Centurion. He's the 9th Springbok to ever become a Centurion. Congratulations to Sia Khaleesi. Here he is, the man from Dispatch.
Sia, what a game to have just witnessed. How much does it mean to you to see your players come back from such really adverse times in that game?
Oh, it's special. We knew, we prepared for moments like this, having a red card on the field. And the coach said, like he told us, it might happen because of the intensity of the game and how physical it's going to be. And we said, you know what, if it happens, so be it. We just keep on moving, and that's exactly what we did. I'm so proud of the boys today.
And I know you're not going to like this question, but I want to make this question about you. 100 test caps, so much more that you mean to South Africa, not just rugby. This is all about the country getting behind and getting in behind the team. What does this moment mean for you to reach 100 tests?
Oh no, it's special. Honestly, it means a lot to me and my family and to the team too. And I think I can't take credit for everything that I've achieved. There's been so many people along the way that have helped me. And I think through the toughest of times, my Lord and Savior, Jesus, gotta thank him. I've been through so much, but I've always had a helper with me. And I think also the boys, everything that I've done is not by my own doing. I'm nothing without the boys here. I'm so grateful for the way we fought, and when we were able to do it. And I think for everybody, like anybody who grew up in similar circumstances than me, no matter what skin color they are, no matter where they are in the world, I just want them to know it's possible. It's not just me. There's many guys in my team or many guys in sport who've made it through difficult circumstances, and I hope that they look at us and know that it is possible no matter what, as long as they put their head down and stick to the people that encourage them and believe in themselves.
Well said. Congratulations on the test win and congratulations on your achievement.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sia Khaleesi. Somebody wants to get a photo with him. The journalist wants to get a photo. Journalist wants to get a photo with the Springboks. Just had a big huddle on the pitch here. Wow. There's Quagga Smith, who wasn't in the selection, which surprised a lot of people for this game. But remember now that World Rugby has dictated that players can only play 30 matches a year, so we've got to be judicious with who plays and when they play. Damon Willem say not much of a factor in this game. Charles and Colby did well, but didn't have the big impact he normally has. Gerhard Steenkamp there. Quagga Smith. Argus Sneeman. Malcolm Marks did a great job here. So Peter Steff, Grant Williams, Curtly Arnse and Chesson Colby. Great smile by all four of these guys. Nice shot by the photographer. It's good stuff. They're going to smile again? Peter Steph Dutoy's got blood right here. He got torn or cut up here. Etebeth and Arge Saman calling for somebody to come on the pitch. A lot of smiles all around for the Bucks, but that starting lineup didn't get it done. There's Pollard down on the pitch. So when the game ended, players just gasping for air there. Wow. This was only the second game they've lost here in 17 matches. Both games lost to South Africa in 17 matches. Wow, 15-2, and the 2 losses are against South Africa. They haven't won here at home in the nation's capital, in the Stade de France, in over 2 decades against the Springboks. Well done. And Timek not looking too thrilled with the outcome there. Disappointed in the final, understandably so. Ron Norkia with a smile on his face. And this game was decided in the final minutes. Khaleesi getting carried off by Arge Saban and Eben Etzebeth. Photographer trying to get a snap here. There they go. They're carrying Zia Khaleesi around the pitch. The French fans have left, but there are thousands of Springbok fans that remain in the Stade de France. I also stayed there late, even though we lost to Ireland. Actually, not that late. I didn't like that game. So in the World Cup, this was not a happy ground for us in that game against Ireland. So Sia gets a piggyback ride from Arge Saman and Eben Etzebeth, 2 big locks. Cheslin Colby meeting some of his friends from France. You know, he played in Toulon for such a long time. Fabien Gantieri on the sideline looking kind of bummed out, understandably so. Sia goes over, talks to a journalist, gives her a little kiss. He's single now. Maybe he's trying to chat her up. So look at this, folks. This is one for the books here. It was an ugly game for a long period of time, but then South Africa came to life. Thousands of Springbok fans in Paris hanging around for this one. French players walking around, but so are the Springboks right now around the pitch. This is you know, hey, I don't know what to say other than we're glad we won this one, but boy, that'll give you a heart attack, that's for sure. Julien Marchand, who did a pretty good job in this game as a hooker for France. And here we go down to Coach.
Sean, clearly a devastating loss against the South African team, but where do you think it fell apart for you this evening?
Well, it was in the second half, obviously.
Yeah, late in the half. Sean Edwards.
You know, it was maul after maul. Unfortunately, you know, with a pick and go situation, you end up giving penalties away. And they just suffocated us in the second half. And there's a few things defensively we definitely should, you know, we should have been done better. You know, we practiced all week not taking dummies off 9 and 10, and obviously the number 9 is, you know, he's pretty electric, and he certainly got the better of us.
You were correct, Charles. That should have been a penalty try. I was there. I saw it from the other end of the pitch.
Certainly there. Do you think there's an element whereby you just run out of steam against a team like that?
Well, I don't think so, but I do think that one team has been playing at international level for the last 3-4 months, you know, because they started in, July. I think they've had 10 or 11 games.
He's right.
We've been playing at club level. Obviously, there's a bit of a step up. And,
yep, that's a fair point.
For the next match, we'll improve.
So when you go back to the camp and you try to look forward to the next game against Fiji in Bordeaux, what areas are you going to really try and focus on next week as you build?
Well, I'm going to focus on again and not taking dummies off 9 and 10 in the 22, which we've practiced all week. But I think we need to, obviously we didn't have much ball in the second half either, and you know, they had 14 players, but we never really capitalised on it because we just couldn't get the ball, and they suffocated us with the maul and the continuous penalties that they got.
Yep.
Disappointing tonight. Best of luck next week against Fiji.
Thank you.
Sean Edwards, the defense coach for France. See if we get Rossi Erasmus. It'd be nice to see if we get him down here. I'm waiting to see if we get an interview with Rossi Erasmus. So, South Africa holds on there. Oof, man. That one was one that'll make you. So, let's take a look at the wrap-up. This weekend, it was so far Ireland 41-10 over Japan, New Zealand over Scotland at Murrayfield 25-17, England 38-18 over Fiji. Italy stuns Australia 26-19 in a game I predicted exactly, 7-point victory for Italy. And South Africa beats France at home. Tomorrow, Wales and Argentina play. And I thought about covering that game, but I probably won't. Next week, South Africa is at Allianz Stadium in Turin, not the one in London now, at Twickenham, to play Italy. And then England and New Zealand, Wales, Japan, France, Fiji, Ireland, Australia. That should be an interesting game. That's next week. And the following week, then it's Ireland for South Africa. And finally, they wrap it up with Wales at the end of the month. My goodness. I can't believe they weren't thinking of it as a penalty try. The French fullback may have been there, but wasn't even in the picture when he knocked it out. Exactly. And there were two players. There were two players on the outside. So, I mean, I thought about a penalty try there too, but I guess they didn't want to do that. Yeah, we need to roll over Ireland now. We do. And Ireland looked suspect in the first half of their last two games, especially this morning. I was catching part of that. Yeah. Who will roll over Fiji? The French? Yeah, the French will roll over Fiji. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. I don't doubt that for a second. Yeah, so, yeah, like I said, next week we take on Italy. Should be a win, but Italy's going to be on a high after defeating Australia. But defeating Australia and defeating South Africa, two very different things. I'm concerned about the Lut Diager. We've probably lost him now for 6 games at least with that reckless clear-out. So, next week, Scotland has Argentina. It doesn't get any easier for Scotland. They played the All Blacks today. It doesn't get any easier for them. And Santos Chepo, thank you for subscribing. Kia le bois. Thank you so much for that. No, Ireland is not playing well. That's my point. It's exactly my point that I'm making, is they're not playing very well. So, but I disagree with Sean Edwards. It wasn't that 9 and 10 who faked him out that cost them. No, they were done in by their mistakes. I mean, the French were driving inside our 22 several times. They knocked it on, I recall, at least 3 or 4 times and got penalties once or twice. That's 4 to 6 times inside the 22 that came with no points. No points. 2 of those is 14 points, and suddenly it's a very different game. Yes, South Africa, Ireland will have to improve, Jabberwocky. Neither are we for 50 minutes again. You're right, Arctic. We weren't very good either. I didn't say that. I was here criticizing the Springboks the entire game. Remember that? Yep, they were not performing very well here for much of this game. Not performing very well. So, unbelievable. So, next week, Italy, South Africa. That's 7:40 in the morning for me. So, that'll be my first game. Then you got England, New Zealand, Wales, Japan, Ireland, Australia. I'm not sure which I'll cover. I don't want to cover all those. Maybe the Ireland-Australia game. I don't know. Which one do you guys want to see? But I'll definitely do the South Africa game. So, that's going to wrap it up here for this one, for the Springboks who won this game. They're not going to get Rossi Erasmus, it looks like, which is unfortunate. So we're not going to get Rossi. So anyway, I was hoping we'd get him. I guess you still needed to make a video. Yeah, I'll look at the Durko response, Willy Liebenberg. I've been busy, so obviously. Ireland, we need massively improve. Yes. Okay. Yes. Well, he didn't have to, but no. He didn't have to drive into him with his shoulder. It's obvious. It's clear. The intent is there. I mean, he could have just, or pulled up or, dove into him and reached out, No. But you're right. What a clothesline. I mean, it's an argument he can make at the hearing because he'll get a hearing. He's going to have to make the hearing. So once again, folks, let me give you a wrap up here. It was South Africa 32, France 17 at the Stade de France, a place that the French have not beaten South Africa in over 2 decades. It started very well for France. Just 4 minutes into the contest, Damien Penaud with a brilliant try. Following up in 26 minutes, South Africa couldn't find rhythm, couldn't stop making mistakes, spent most of the time on defense, and it didn't really go anywhere. They scored a couple quick penalties and got back in the game, but they couldn't get it across the try line. Finally, South Africa struggled mightily. Cobus Rhino, playing scrum half, picked the ball out of the ruck, looked to the left of the ruck, saw a gap, faked to the right, went to the left, beat 2 defenders. They collided, beat a 3rd defender, continued down the pitch, 1 defender left. He kicked the ball, hoisted over the guy's head, ran past him, put his timing perfect, and pounced on the ball in the try zone to get a try. An absolutely brilliant one to put us right back in the game before we got to halftime. But then just before halftime, Lut Diager with a vicious, reckless tackle in which he threw his shoulder into the player And that was unfortunate because we had won a penalty. It was kickable, and I was looking at a 16-14 lead going into the half from the Springboks. But instead, we went in trailing 14-13, minus a player for the rest of the game, and that was tough. In the second half, things were lackadaisical for the first half hour. Not very much improvement. Springboks continually find themselves on the defensive, and the French, they're only making mistakes, keeping us in the game. Otherwise, we would have been out of the game. But then finally, we got Grant Williams, who came in to replace Cobus Rhino, and the Springboks, instead of going for the penalty, they went to the corner, and they took a chance, and they had a rolling ball, which kind of got slowed down about 2 meters out, and Grant Williams dug that thing out of the back just before they were going to turn it over, and ran right through 4 French players and scored under the post. It was brilliant, fast, excellent stuff, and that was in almost 70 minutes. That's when the game was really... That's became our game. And then Fasha Feinberg-Unguzulu got a big try there in the 75th minute. So there you go. Oh, did I miss Esterhuizen? Sorry, I forgot Andre Esterhuizen. You're right. When did Andre Esterhuizen? Sorry about that. He was a 69-15. You're right. My bad. So how did I miss that? Thank you very much for that. So probably because they were looking at that one to see if there was interference, something like that. That's right. I forgot that one. So let me get that one in there. Sorry about that. I have it on my score sheet, but I didn't put it on there. That's right. Thank you very much for that. I forgot about that, Andre Esterhuizen, but I got him here. It's right. At 69-15. Those 2 tries came back to back. That's what Andre Esterhuizen's one. Yeah, that's where we got the score. Yeah, that's when I thought we should have after Esterhuizen scored. So there you go. Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah. Is your first chess scrum half? No, Cobus Rhino is my first, but Grant Williams is... Yeah, it depends who we're playing. Either one of them works for me as first, but I like the tandem of those two as scrum half. It works really well. Yeah. Yeah, I think Cobus Rhino is a class zone. Yeah, and Grant Williams can also play the wing. Yep. Yes, Charles, I know the player dropped low, and that's why it could have been a yellow card instead of a red card, but it was reckless. It was reckless. Even if it had been high, he came charging it with that shoulder. You know, that's just crazy. But again, in the hearing, he can make the argument. I would have hit him in the shoulder, but it happened so fast. I was coming in to go his chest, and I didn't bring my arm around because I would have taken his head off. So, if anybody knows Luthiager, tell him, hey, when you get your hearing, tell them the reason you went in with the shoulders. You're already launched, and then the player was being tackled. You had no choice. If you'd have taken the other arm up, you would have taken his head off. Yep, there you go. All right. Yeah, so the scientist, it's fixed now. Esterhuizen's on there. Yep, there you go. All right. Yeah, no, that's exactly. That would be the argument I'm making. That might reduce it. Say it wasn't my intent to do that. My intent was to dislodge the ball, and I was going for it. I was reaching, but then he was tackling as I got there, and I just if I'd put that arm up, I would have decapitated the guy. As it is, he still nearly decapitated him. Did you see his head snap back? Oh my gosh, that was wicked. Yeah, Williams, if we can send Monty back to Cape Town. I don't want Monty back to Cape Town. I'll take the young kid, Yuri Matia, over him. Yeah, he needs some polishing though. Anyway, at the end of the day, Angus Gardner actually ref pretty good. Yes, Charles. He was very clear. He also gave both sides plenty of opportunities. Like, he told him stop. He told him, he said, you can't do that. He was very clear. I thought this was one of the best called games I've seen lately. And honestly, I think I would have said the same thing. I'm sure I would have said the same thing even if the Springboks had lost. I think this was one of the best called games I've seen. Yep. Absolutely. Anyway, so there you have it, folks. Be sure to hit the like button if you don't mind. I really appreciate it. Send him to the Cheetahs. Send him to the Lions. There you go. Look, Monty was great that first season when he came over from the Sharks and the Bulls to play for the Stormers, and we won the championship in the inaugural URC championship. He was great that season, but he's been all over the place ever since then. Yes, Australia's already beaten the Springboks. All Blacks already beaten them. Ireland can beat them if they play like this. If they play like this for 70 minutes, Ireland can beat them. Well, I think Pollard playing against Italy is kind of a knock. I would have put Lubbock in against Italy, to be honest. Pollard should be kept for Ireland. That's where he should be playing against. Or Monty Libet can start against Wales, you know. That should be a fait accompli. I dread being a Welsh fan. Is Flesh in here? I feel for them. That's probably going to be 70-0. My name means gift from God. Really? So what is it? What is it? Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. So how are we doing subscribers here? So let's see if we picked up any more subscribers. 289. So let me take a look at where we started the day. We picked up a few during that stream. So live count. We started today at 10,158. So that means we got over 100 subscribers. But there are days we used to get 500 subscribers when we have big Springbok matches. So, but not lately. The best we did last week went from 90 to 166. That means we got 76 today. 158, 258, 132. 132 versus 70 last week. 76, yeah. So about double we got for New Zealand. There's some more. Thank you guys for subscribing. It really makes a difference. Also, thank you for tolerating the ads. I apologize for that. YouTube put them in, but I do get a little something from that. A little something, trust me. Irish will hope Monty is kicking. Yes, they will, but I don't think so. I think it'll probably be Pollard or Sasha. Hit the target. Yes, Charles, I saw that you hit the target on the back of Buddy. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all very much, those who gave money for the Back of Buddy program for Charles Van Olsland, whose medical insurance doesn't cover his urgent need for care. And so he should be able to go get his surgery now. Thank goodness for that. Yep. Because the Sharks let money go because he was inconsistent and he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn from the tee, and that's the problem. That is the problem with Monty. Some days he's spot on. He cost us a game against Argentina a couple years ago. We never should have lost. Straight on, 18 meters from the post, and he kicked it wide left by like 10 meters. He just rushed through it. Cost us a game. Is Charles going to stop being a pain in the ass? Wore my new T-shirt, says Rugby. That's a good T-shirt there, Dogzilla. Anyway, well, this is the best refereeing Rugby can produce. We'll be moaning for years. I didn't say it was perfect. I said it's the best I've seen in weeks. TMO should either be in the game or it's called upon. Lineouts are not straight, offside multiple times. Yeah, lineouts weren't straight. Offsides, yep. Definitely Arctic, and lots of penalties inside the 5 meter. I agree with everything you said there. But given what we've seen this season, this was better than what we've seen. It's been really lame refereeing so far this season. All right, folks, thanks for those who become subscribers. Clouds are gathering. I really appreciate that. Gareth Harrison, Leon Wilson, and others who subscribed. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. That's going to do it. I don't think I'm going to broadcast the game tomorrow. Plus, my computer's been giving me all kinds of problems. Those who were with me early this morning when I had the Georgia-USA game know what I'm talking about. I have talked to a technician, Utopia, if you're here, that's going to take a look at my computer, someone that I know. Unfortunately, I have to pay for that, but, you know, it's better than to have a computer not working. So I think it's a Windows update that caused the problem, but we'll see. Mission completed. Monty gifted Argentina that game, too. Yep, exactly. And people forget that. I don't forget that. We never should have lost that game. Cost us the rugby championship, did it not? Anyway, never should have lost that game. Anyway, Armistice Day. That's November 11th, just 3 days away. Yep. Anyway, I'm speaking Monday night, so yep. All right, cool beans. You guys take care. Thank you for being here, and congratulations to Springboks, who played poorly but came away the victors. So we'll wrap it up here with Springbok Glory. For those who haven't seen it before, this is a song that I've created. Springbok Glory. Cheers, everybody. God bless.
Under the southern sun, the green and gold shine bright. On the field of honor, they battle with all their might. From the scrums to the tries, they always find their way. Springboks rising higher day after day. Springboks just win, they can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation standing tall and true. Better than the rest in every test they pursue. From the dusty fields to the world stage they've roared. Legends carved in history, their spirit soared. In the hearts of a nation, they they ignite the flame. Every tackle, every try, echoing their name. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue. Country like a chain, from the whistles blow to the final play. They prove their greatness every single day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true.